Hey guys, how are we doing today? Welcome to another beautiful Tuesday night stream. Unfortunately, as you guys probably already know, we don't have any leaks tonight. It is what it is. We're going to be waiting until I think at least the 18th for that. So another 9 days. It's the long hiatus for us. But today I've got a great show for you guys. At least I hope so. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed the Jujutsu Kaisen versus Naruto randomizer. So I thought what would be fun is to have a Jujutsu Kaisen Chainsaw Man randomizer. And I've got the best of the best here with me today. You guys probably already know them, but I'll let them introduce themselves. I've got, first things first, my man Broken Ronin with me here, as always.
Yo, what's up, chat? What's up, chat? Happy to be on here. Obviously, me and Noah be collabing all the time on both of our channels, and I was on the Naruto versus JJK stream last time, so this one's gonna be fun. And I think Chainsaw Man and JJK particularly are verses that are very similar in terms of scaling, so it should be pretty fun and pretty close all around.
For sure, for sure. And I've also got a very special guest with me today, someone who you should hopefully be seeing a little bit more of on the channel pretty soon. I've got the man Diavolo as well with me today.
Yo, what up, guys? How's everyone today? Hope everyone in chat's having a brilliant day or night over in the US, wherever you may be. Hopefully everyone's having a nice day.
Hello, world, and all who inhabit it, right?
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much, dude.
All right, guys. So you guys already know what we're here for today. Jujutsu Kaisen versus Chainsaw Man. We've got the spin wheels all set up. I see everyone saying hi in chat. Hope you guys are all having a beautiful, beautiful one. And I will say it right here, as always, I appreciate any donos that do come in. Always appreciate it. We may not get to you guys immediately, so just hold on tight. We may probably do like a dono section at the end for it. So appreciate, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who decides to go ahead and donate right now and just get that out of the way. But to explain the rules of the spin wheel randomizer, I've got 25 characters from each series, and we're going to go ahead, spin both of them, see who pops up, and then just discuss all the different possibilities of the fight. Some of you guys have already said it. Some of these fights are going to be pretty one and done, pretty easily, obviously, figured out. And some of them are going to be a little bit longer of the discussion, and those are going to be the real fun ones. It was kind of tough to limit the Jujutsu Kaisen wheel down, but it is what it is. Chainsaw Man was pretty simple. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with that very first matchup, guys. Is there anybody that you want to see shine in this matchup, Diavolo, before we get this matchup coming in? Is there anyone specifically that you want to see kick some ass today?
Yeah, I want my boy Choso to come out on top, and I want him to just get lucky. You know what I mean? I want him to get lucky, like hella lucky.
That's crazy because it literally almost came up at Choso.
Oh yeah, no, I'm watching on stream, so it was slightly delayed on my end, but yeah, almost, bro, gone.
So all close.
All right. Who are we going
I
up
was gonna
against
say you got my man has some precog over here.
Dagon's a pretty tough one. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of Chainsaw Man characters are struggling with Dagon to start, so I'm interested to see how that goes.
He's kind of be a big devil.
And we got Denji popping up.
Okay. This is interesting because, just to kind of kick it off, like obviously Denji's got the whole immortality shtick, or not immortality, whatever you want to call it. So it's gonna be pretty tough to put him down, but Dagon as a curse also, maybe to a lesser degree, has like a very similar like healing factor trait. Except Dagon doesn't need to drink blood to do so. I think in terms of attacking power, or in terms of just like chopping Dagon up, Denji, at least if we're talking about like his base Chainsaw Man form in comparison to like the souped up version that we see at the end of part 1, I think Denji would be able to probably cook Dagon up a little bit. The main problem that I think happens is when Dagon opens a domain expansion and Denji's just getting eaten alive, literally, by the fish Shikigami. Because I do think that Dagon, just like many of the other disaster curses have been shown to, is able to pop open a domain even like while very, very, very injured. Naobito, Nanami, and Maki are like cooking him outside. Naobito doesn't even give him the time to open a domain using his hands. He just like carves the seal onto his body using his blood and is able to open it. So I don't know, man. I do think it'd be an interesting battle though, for sure.
I feel a little bit of like Toji-esque vibe coming from Denji if he is inside the domain. Like in my head, it was just automatically Denji is being chucked inside the domain against Dagon, and he's got to try and come out on top. Instantly, he's just getting hit by the Shikigami, by Death Swarm. But is he able to eat those Shikigami and gain some, like substance off it, and then also attack Dagon through that? I could see him just like losing limbs and body parts as he tries to get to Dagon. But yeah, if he's in the domain, it's a little bit of a I think a hopeless struggle for Denji to try and even like get to him. Maybe if he can heal off the Shikigami, but yeah, otherwise it's a bit rough.
I think he probably would be able to heal off of the Shikigami. It depends on if you consider like the kind of purple liquid that cursed spirits like kind of like bleed out. Like if you would consider that like something that devils would be able to heal from, because Broken Ronin hit it on hit the nail on the head, where like Denji's immortality is going to be Dagon's biggest problem. Because I mean, I don't know how Calamari does against chainsaws, but I do know how an endless swarm of giant man-eating Shikigami does do against chainsaws. So I don't know. I guess that's the biggest. I think it's interesting that Denji of all people is like the first person that shows up. Like the main character of all things.
You could put it in terms of like Denji versus the octopus devil almost, like and what would happen if Denji fought an octopus devil or something like that, like a buffed up, jacked octopus devil that had great mobility. And yeah, I don't know. I put it in that aspect. I feel like Denji would just come out on top, kind of like the Eternity Devil. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, I honestly think Dagon's winning this.
My answer entirely depends on whether or not Denji can like keep bringing himself back to life with blood, because the thing that's like very tough to argue here is that much like Maki or even Nanami, Denji doesn't have a counter to a domain expansion. Like Vola, you made a like a comparison between him and Toji, and I agree in terms of aggressiveness. But unfortunately, bro is not immune to domains like that. He will be getting hit with every single fish, and like he can be stronger than them individually. Nanami and Maki were stronger than the fish individually too. But it's having like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different things like taking bites out of you. And Dagon showed that like even in the beginning of his domain expanding, he wasn't taking it all that seriously, because he had like 4 or 5 massive Shikigami just chilling underwater that he sent after Toji as soon as he got in there. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of, I think Denji might just get like, it might be like a tight matchup thing. Domain expansions in general versus Chainsaw Man characters are gonna be something that I think is kind of tough.
Yeah, the disaster curses are definitely like a huge layer. Like I would consider like disaster curses probably very similar to like primal fears in the Chainsaw Man universe. I don't know if any of you guys disagree with that, but like primarily with like the domain expansion, like the fact that Dagon can just conjure like probably like endless streams of water, and inside the domain expansion it's just like I consider and see like all of the way that the Dinford Chainsaw Man characters got broken down in hell by Darkness Devil, like how like someone with Dagon with at least the endless stream of the Death Swarm is like pretty tough to deal with for most Chainsaw Man characters. But maybe I'm just like over hyping Dagon here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. And people in chat are saying that, like, they're strong and not as strong as Primal Devils. And, like, sure, but base Denji isn't as strong as Primal Devils either. He kind of gets, like, cooked the millisecond he gets anywhere near Devils of that caliber.
Denji won't even see these Shikigami until they hit him as well. It's like, it's like Dagon's domain is broken to start with, like, he'd have to start swinging as soon as he's in there, but he won't even know about that. So he's just going to be in there and he just start getting in.
You bring up a very good point with like the fact that they're invisible, Diavolo. Like technically speaking, I guess like we see them like just for visual cue, but like both Nanami's like, hey, like we can't see these shit. So as soon as you feel something touch you, just start attacking. Like yeah, that's tough. But yeah, so I think we're gonna have to give Dagon the win here. That's gonna be let me get a text thing started for the score, because last time we didn't do that. So let's learn. Oh my god, I just made an entire new scene. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, in OBS. right,
Watch
guys.
Sean scream, go
We
black.
are we're learning every day. It's okay. All right. JJK. Oh no, that's the Chainsaw Man side. JJK. Oh, nope. Don't worry guys. It's okay. We'll get there. Believe in me.
Yep.
That one guy,
Also,
don't spoil Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
I want to read the manga.
yeah, I see some people. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. A JJK versus Chainsaw Man stream might not be the place for a Chainsaw Man anime only to reside.
Maybe we're not gonna.
That's a
spoil
crazy
the most
place
recent
to
Chainsaw
chill.
Man, but...
Yeah, that's a crazy place. Like, yeah, we're like maybe the most new, most recent few chapters for sure. But like, if you're an anime only, yeah, bro, yeah, duck and cover. I'm not gonna lie.
Duck and cover, he says. We're spinning the wheel again.
But
Let's see what's coming up here for number 2. We've got Oro Takako.
okay, another interesting one. Huh?
All right,
Oro.
not Denji again. We're rolling again. Here we go. We're already having the same shenanigans as before.
Can you remove them from the wheel as you go?
I can. Did you want to do that, or did you want to save Denji for another matchup? Maybe.
I think.
Oh no,
Genji-
yeah, I think yeah.
Maybe if
Alright.
it's like some lame guys, like I don't know if we need Dagon again, but
True.
yeah, but like characters like Denji, you know, Yuji or something like that, we might want to keep them on for a little bit.
So
Yeah,
we've
main
got
character cast.
Oro Takako versus Akane Sabatari, who is the person that's contracted with the Snake Devil.
Oh, yeah,
thank you
lady.
for. I'm not gonna lie.
Original door.
In terms of like just type matchup, I think Uro's and this isn't to say about their like scaling and stuff like that. I gotta try to remember what the lady with the Snake Devil does. But in terms of matchup, I think Uro's kind of cooked, right? Like, isn't Uro's whole thing that, you know, a lot like omnidirectional type attacks, like the Cockroach Curse Spirit, for example, are like really hard for her to deal with. I mean, that's like, even though it's Kuroshi's like not that strong in the grand scheme of things, his abilities are pretty troublesome for her to deal with. I'll just say in terms of like curse technique to like devil ability, it's not looking great for her to start.
No, and like honestly, like just like you said, like I've kind of been like going over Yoro and but specifically Sendai Colony
Oro's
characters recently, and like not even was she scared of Kurorushi specifically because of like what you just said, but she was also scared of Druve for that reason. That's why she was basically hiding out, and everyone was kind of like stalemated until Yuta killed Druve, because Druve was also like AoE Shikigami, that like because his domain basically almost encompassed most of the colony at that point. Like Ishigori was like, I was even only able to get close to him because like Yuta was preoccupying him. So like, yeah, no, Oro's biggest downfall is definitely going to be, like you said, AoE attacks.
I think Oro is getting clapped here. I initially, for some reason, thought Sawatari was the dimensional spider one from Chainsaw Man for a moment there. But yeah, like, after seeing her face again, you know, Oro's got no chance with this one. She's sadly going up against probably one of the stronger devil users, like people who like wield devils inside of Chainsaw Man. Like she's built different, this lady, or the devil that she's got inside of her is. So I think one attack would probably
Or just
rough, but be enough for Oro.
just a barrage of snakes I could see being like a massive problem.
And it's also like
She can
almost like, I don't know
domain,
if
but
you
we don't know
would
what it
qualify
is.
it as like light speed or whatever, but like how quick the Snake Devil is also a huge thing. It's like it's like a blink and you miss it kind of thing, where like she like basically sacrifices a finger and then like it's like boom there and then just eats you and you're swallowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I one thing I will say is like Uro's another character who has a domain. The major issue here is that we don't know what Uro's domain does. Like
Exactly,
while it is implied, well, I don't even know if that's implied actually. We do know it's a domain, right? But we don't know if it's a rule-based one. We don't know how like what the lethality of the attacks are. We don't know like how sky manipulation works with a sure hit. So there's a lot of just like factors that you can't really account for. While it's kind of crazy, because I do think you can maybe make an argument that Earl would go crazy if we knew what her domain did. Without that information and with the type disadvantage she'd be at, I don't know if Earl has like enough speed or strength to just kind of like overwhelm her in the Snake Devil in the way that she would need to sort of overcome all of those things. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Yeah,
No, I
and
don't
like
think she
also,
does.
oh, go ahead, Divolo.
Oh yeah, like in my head, like no offense to Aura, I think she has one of the cooler abilities in Jujutsu Kaisen, but she's like, just from what we've seen, like she probably is special grade when you go and take into account she has a domain expansion and everything. But from what we've seen, it's like she's like semi-special or most likely like high grade 1 without the domain and everything. And I just feel like Sawatari's gonna like ruin her. You know, Sawatari stood up to pretty much everyone who came at her and was able to like Himeno got obliterated, like utterly obliterated, doesn't exist anymore. And it's just I know
Yeah,
she
the
sacrificed
Ghost Devil, watching
her
the clip
body,
of
but-
like the Ghost Devil like be a solid body and then the Snake Devil eats it and then it's just the head left,
Yeah.
like just is sitting in the
like, oh.
air. It was crazy. My closing argument is probably in favor of Akane as well. And just to answer Vex in chat, because I love you, Kobeni was able to dodge the snake, but there's actually just because it's fresh in my mind, that's the only reason why I know this. When Akane wants to be quick or she like takes out the Ghost Devil, she uses just the Snake Devil as a whole. I'm pretty sure it's Snake Devil Bite, where like the Snake Devil just like blips in, literally chomps literally all of the Ghost Devil's entire body, which the Ghost Devil's pretty huge size as it is. So like it shows you how much you'd be able to eat in one go. But because Kobeni was
just
it,
like
you're
the
saying
Fox Devil.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
The
with
Fox
Con,
Devil
the
appears.
move Con brings
just-
him out and makes him bite. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's the same
But
with
like
the snake bite.
to your point, Kobeni did dodge the snake, but that was also a snake tail that Akane used, where Akane just literally the snake threw its tail at Kobeni. So I would believe that is easier to dodge probably than like the actual full-on like bite usage of it. And though I guess the
Kobeni
one
is built different, bro.
Yeah, Kobeni
She's got,
is like
light speed feats, bro.
Yeah,
She's
Kobeni is
actually
literally
unbeatable.
like built different. That's literally the only when we get to Kobeni in the spin wheel later, it's kind of over for. I feel bad for whoever she faces, but I guess
I'll also say like Aki with basically future sight was still kind of getting cooked by the Snake Devil.
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly, didn't he have to just like erase his presence or something to that effect to get past it? Like he didn't. He could literally see small increments of time into the future and was still struggling pretty greatly with that. So yeah, Kobeni is able to avoid the Snake Devil in one specific instance, but not only is Kobeni like implied to be like particularly agile relative to a lot of Chainsaw Man characters who already have like either unique abilities or are very familiar with like devils that are beyond the limitations of human beings. But like Noab said, that's a specific type of ability that's maybe not indicative of the Snake Devil's full power.
Straight up.
yeah, yep. And just like the fact that like once you're eaten, you're basically converted into something that the Snake Devil can literally just spit back up, and you're like under its control.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even make the argument that Oro could break out of its stomach if it gets eaten. So like that's kind of a one and done. Definitely going to be a win for Akane for the Chainsaw Man side. Happy to hear it. If I got my soundboard working, I would literally play like clapping and yay, but for some reason it doesn't want
Does
to
that
work.
confirm in the world of Chainsaw Man that snakes are stronger than ghosts, nails, and the future? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because if the snake is able to beat the future, his nail sword, and you know like other devils as well, does that make and eat the ghost devil? Does that make the snake devil stronger than these? I don't know. The Chainsaw Man world is so hard to like.
Well, it's like it's the Ghost
So
Devil
random.
that Aki like eliminates his like
Yeah.
fear of to like fight with, but it's also like at the same
Yeah,
time
yeah.
like Because I don't think Aki's even using his nail at that point. I think he's just using a regular katana because he doesn't want to have his lifespan anymore using the curse devil. But yeah, no, I think it's pretty.
Given the blade.
I think it's pretty obvious that
Angel.
Akane wins. Let's spin this wheel again and let's see who's coming up next for sure. I'm actually surprised that I was like worried about putting Akane even on the board. I was like, what's the point of? But she got to win.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, here's a pretty easy one. We've got. Let me actually take the pictures off screen. We got Ishigori Ryu versus the Zombie Devil.
Oh, the Zombie Devil was. Poor dude, bro.
Yeah, you're getting cooked,
That
brother.
man is cooked.
One granite blast and you're turning into ash, unfortunately. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of crazy.
He could kill his whole crew with one blast.
Yeah.
Blow the building up and they're done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Granite
that's
Blast
very, very clear and cut.
is like destroying city blocks. Like full on. Like there's no way. Like that whole warehouse of zombies is toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit. They're done.
Ceasing to exist.
Oh, that
So
was
let's close that out. Let's see if we can give Ishigori a good, decent matchup here. Let's see if we can satisfy his hunger. Let's pull him up here. Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna happen either. He's going up against Beam.
No, Beam, no.
What does Beam do, bruh? What is
He's pretty much the horse. He's the horse of Chainsaw Man. He's just like a vehicle.
Yeah, bro. I think he like
can go through the ground.
I think when he's introduced, he can kind of like he eats like randoms or whatever. But I'm trying to remember, like, does he fight anybody even remotely?
He legitimately fights the Bomb Devil with Denji and helps kill her. Well, because remember Denji's on his back as he kills the Bomb Devil, like, and the shark is fully transformed into like, is it the shark? Is it the Bomb Devil or is it the
No, I do think it is the Bomb Devil though. Like I think that's when. Yeah. Let's see.
He's not weak. He's just like mainly a transportation type. Like he could probably fight other people. Maybe take a blast from Ishigori, but yeah, I don't see Beam really being able to come out on top here.
Beam can beat Gojo, all right? Beam has the capabilities to defeat Gojo, and Ronin thinks I'm joking right now, but I'm being so dead serious, it's actually insane. Because once, I know you're looking Beam up, tell me, when you get to Beam's page, tell me what Beam does.
He turns intangible, right?
He swims through surfaces, baby. He's swimming through all that space. Nah, I'm just kind of...
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's wild. But yeah, I mean,
that's the
I'll
only
say
way
this.
you can get a sneak attack off on Ishigori.
I saw someone say that he's like swimming through the granite blast and like maybe one, maybe two, maybe say 10, right? You know how many granite blasts Ishigori can launch, and then he also just, oh, you decided to get close to me. All right, let's just throw hands then. Like. All of Ishigori's like basic physical attacks are comparable to his granite blast in terms of like the amount of power behind them. So I mean, let's say none of the granite blasts even work. I mean, I'd still argue that Beam's probably not doing all that hot against him. I'm gonna be real.
Like even if Beam puts a chomp down on Ishigori, this man survived a triple cleave from Sukuna point blank to the chest. And, you know, like, it took him a little bit of a scaled up one to slice his head off, but I think Ishigori's built a little bit better than good old Beam. I like Beam a lot, but he ain't winning.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, for sure.
R.I.P. R.I.P. All
I
right.
can't wait to see Beam in the movie, bro. It's gonna be so cool.
I still haven't even watched that trailer, to be honest with you. I need to check that out. I don't really remember much of the Bomb Girl arc. I don't remember much of that.
That's pretty good arc, a movie. 12 chapters. So it's quite a short amount of time. I reckon they're going to add some stuff to it. Surely.
Probably.
Because, yeah. But there's heaps of stuff. And the end, like, third is where it all kind of kicks off for the series. And then, like, it moves into International Assassins arc, and then that's when the whole series kind of like is, oh damn, this is what Chainsaw Man is.
Yeah, that is definitely top tier Chainsaw Man. International Assassin arc is one of the best ones for sure.
Yeah.
Unless Ronin feels differently.
No. Did we spin again, or are we spinning again for Ishigori, or are we moving on?
That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you think we should just leave Ishigori as it is, or like?
I think we could spin a different character. Bro got 2 wins in a row.
Yeah.
Stop being greedy, brother. That's what got you cooked by Sukuna.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Fair enough. All right, yeah, let's roll this again. Let's see what comes up. Roll them both at the same time. Let's see if we can get a real decent one here. Okay, we've got Nobara up against. Oh, well, I mean, I don't know if it's good. It's definitely interesting. We've got Nobara versus the Darkness Devil.
Oh, yeah, no, that sounds like a real close, really pitched battle. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nobara.
Listen, I'm gonna be real, bro. Nobara solo, she just resonance darkness, just everything. Yeah, nah. The Darkness Devil cooks, bro. I'm sorry, it's unfortunate.
Nobara, you get the worst matchups, like straight up. You have the worst match.
So true. This is canon.
Yeah, Darkness Devil is Darkness Devil is crazy for Nobara to go up against. Yeah,
she's
that's not
done, bro.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not good. Let's re-roll this. Let's try again here. This was not.
Nobara there, and
this is not what we came here for.
Yeah,
that's just a straight up massacre. We've got okay, somewhat interesting. We've got Yuki Sakumo versus the Angel Devil.
This is actually pretty.
Does the Angel Devil does fight? She has her like her life draining sword, right? I remember them using it a couple of times.
I'm not sure if like you would consider this like something in their arsenal, like the 1,000-year.
Running.
Oh, to him, yeah, I know. Yeah. I misspoke. It's that Haku syndrome.
For real, honestly, I didn't even correct you because I didn't know. I was just gonna be like, okay, it's a she now.
I had to scroll down on the page and double check. I'm like, maybe he's right. Like, maybe I was wrong the whole time.
Yeah.
So no, Angel can make weapons, bro, and make pretty strong weapons at that.
It's
so like
this one's pretty interesting because I feel like just based on what we've seen from both of them, it's very much a who hits who first type of thing. I don't know if Angel's strong enough to like just eat a Star Rage infused punch from Yuki, but also the Angel Devil's whole thing is just the draining of life forces. No, so I feel like Yuki obviously doesn't have any specific defense to that, and I feel like I guess based on speed, then
the life source of Garuda.
That's an interesting question. Garuda could definitely help.
Shikigami.
Yeah, to fight at range for sure. But one thing I will say is that Garuda definitely could be Garuda could be able to fight at range, but I don't think just making the Angel Devil gets like beat up though, right? Not just making contact with his body. Doesn't aid you, right? Doesn't he have to touch you with his hands or something? Or
no, it's like I'm pretty sure it's like actually any kind of contact, like because like I'm pretty sure that's like the whole thing, like during the bomb arc, right? Because like that's why Aki is like hugging. Aki's like hugging Angel and like holding him inside the typhoon, and the Angel's like, you're literally losing years off your life trying to save me right now. Isn't that like the whole thing? Or am I misremembering that?
No, like it's the hands and stuff. Like you just can't touch the skin. Kind of like Mojito.
Okay.
He's like the Mojito of
I'm seeing Aki's. Yeah, Aki's like able to touch them indirectly. It's once Aki like touches his hand, then that happens. So the lifespan weapons are pretty strong for sure. I will hold on. what is the usage 1,000 years? It's crazy.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. That's what
That's
Makima
what-
uses, and she says it's gonna
yeah.
like dimensionally fucking bend like Pochita, and
Well,
it does cause some significant
opens a time
damage.
space hole and shoots a gamma ray. Well, this is like what I thought it was. It looks like anyway. Opens a time space hole and shoots a gamma ray burst through it.
Hmm.
That's what I think it is, at least anyway, or like, at least like some kind of like plasma burst. And
Yeah.
like what Angel's good at, it's a spear. I think it's a spear, yeah. And it's because Angel's actually better at using spears than like swords and all that kind of shit. They can use swords, but they're way better at using spears, apparently, according to
Gotcha.
some text.
Yeah, someone in
Angel
chat
doesn't use that many
said
years now.
if
Yeah,
Angel uses 100 years, that's one shot potential, but Angel never uses that. I'm sorry, go ahead, Ronan.
No, we were coming to a very similar conclusion. Angel, when not controlled by Makima, just doesn't fight that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Even when like really pressed. So it just depends. Like I'll say this, if Makima were plugging the controller in, right, fighting from afar using the Angel Devil, then I'm fine with giving that to the Angel Devil, but like just based on the way he fights normally, he seems like much more susceptible to getting ran up on and punched, or like or even just getting hit by Garuda. Because like, let's say Yuki does make physical contact, just punches him straight in his face. Cool, she's lost a large portion of her lifespan, but like the person she was fighting is dead. Yeah, so it's like take a little bit of a loss to win that war type thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Under Maki's control, Angel wins. Maki's control. Under Makima's control, Angel wins. Not just chilling by himself, he loses. Which makes sense. He had to be protected by Aki, which just like makes no sense for the strength that this person like actually has. They're broken, yet Aki's got to stand there and protect them. And then like they don't even make the weapon they make for Aki isn't even like, it doesn't even have like special effects to it or anything that I can actually remember. It was just like a basic sword. It wasn't like you don't kill this person or shoot beams from the sword or anything, which they could definitely make.
Yeah.
Very character type of like even against Makima.
I like Angel.
I'm just saying he pulls out 10 years. Like, come on, bro.
You need a little bit more than that.
You can pull out 1,000 years, right? This person just took both of your arms, and you said 10 years. Okay, yeah, you're not serious. Got it. Yeah, you're not serious.
This devil knows that it can die and revive in hell, and it knows that it's just like not done. Like it's like not that serious. Oh yeah, I'm coming back. Not worried.
Got to be.
All right, so then that's a win for Yuki. Then we're going with, right, and also Yuki does have a domain. We don't know what it is, but so she technically
if it's related, if it's related to Star Rage, for sure.
Yep, she can invoke her effect on him without actually even touching him. So that's definitely going to be a win for JJK. Let's roll
Yes, sir.
again.
First on-screen dub for Yuki. Let's
Oh
go.
shit! Damn, that's crazy that you would even say that.
Listen, if KK won't do it, we got to, apparently.
We've got Quan Shi versus Takaba.
Oh,
Okay.
Kwang Shi, I'm not gonna lie, you had a good one, but not a great run. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you're beating the comedian.
I don't.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
like,
Kwang
this
Shi is cracked.
He's
Like
broken.
very strong, very cracked. But I'm not gonna lie, Takaba might cook. I'm not gonna lie, Takaba might just cook here. I feel like Kwang Shi, call it a hunch, Kwang Shi does not have a comedic bone in her body.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
How does the bow devil go up against freaking Takaba?
It's really
Yeah.
sad when you really think about that. That like Quan Chi against literally almost any other JJK character would probably like rip them
Would
to shreds.
definitely work. Yeah, go to town. Like Kwang Shi is a pretty big physical monster.
Yeah.
And
She's
like
known as the first devil hunter. She's like the originator of strength, pretty much.
yeah, that's kind of crazy. Just the first devil hunter and still alive. But yeah, Kwang Shi, and the thing is too, we've seen Takaba get like physically obliterated at the start of a fight and then just use a comedian to reverse that. I mean, in the volume corrections that Gege does, we actually see Takaba get like blown partially to bits by New Way's lightning. Kinjaku like makes him go splat with Curse Spirit manipulation initially, and in his own words, it's not that the technique didn't initially work. He reversed the effect basically, like he forced it into not working. So I mean, even if you do think Kwang Shi runs up, cuts him in half, it's like cool, haha, my body's back though. You know what I mean? So. And then once Takaba gets rolling, especially if it's a Takaba with the the mentality he's got now, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking like a winning formula is possible for Kwang Shi.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, even Kenjaku had like such a hard time. Like, in my honest opinion, like technically speaking, you could say that Kenjaku did win the fight against Takaba, because at the very end of it, he did turn it around. And make Takaba fulfill his dream, and we do get that like quote unquote death for Takaba. But like it's pretty clear that like if you don't have that comedic know-how to kind of turn the situation completely around on Takaba, you are just not coming anywhere near close to a win condition against this man. And I would honestly pay money to see Kwang Shi in just the kind of crazy scenarios that Takaba would cook up, because like you said, she doesn't have a comedic bone in her body, so I feel like those are kind of like the best and worst matchups for someone like Takaba. I feel like we should honestly re-roll JJK side and and give her another shot, but that's up to you guys, unless Diavolo has anything else to add about Kwang Shi.
I don't know, like she's like possibly immortal. She has like nigh immortality and stuff due to being her like a hybrid with a devil inside of her. So she's like Denji in that same factor, and Takaba can't exactly kill anyone.
That's true.
That's also true. The character thing might come into it, but the only issue I run into is like, okay, Takaba's not willing to kill, but assumably he's also not a fan of dying. And if Kwang Shi gets caught in the whole like song and dance of the comedian type shit, like all the damage, like Kenjaku makes it clear, all the damage he's taking is a joke, or all the damage that Takaba's taking is a joke, all the damage that he's taking is for real, right? So it's like Kwang Shi is just actively getting more and more damaged. To what end, I'm not really sure. Maybe you could argue she just like lives until he runs out of cursed energy or something, because this is still a product of his technique. Maybe you could say that's a win con for her, but I'm not really sure. It's like it's a pretty unorthodox, because like you can beat Kwang Shi, take her head off, but that doesn't seem like a very Takaba thing to do. No, you know what I mean? No.
Yeah, it's
exactly, yeah.
I'm gonna make a proclamation that after this, we probably just take. I say we take one character off. We'll take Takaba off, and we can take Beam off for the Chainsaw Man side, just to keep it 24-24. But just because it's pretty clear that I don't. Here's a question for you before we move on. Do we think that Denji would be able to turn it around on Takaba somehow? Of all fucking people, I feel like he's the only one who's like mentally fucking crazy enough.
He probably wouldn't understand the jokes.
Yeah, that's what I was also thinking.
Takaba annoyed to the point that I think he'd probably come out on top. Like Takaba would just get annoyed that this dude is so dumb and uncultured. Like unlike Kinjaku, who, this guy goes into a Donkeiza and he's like, oh, holy shit, that's the perfect, like form and everything. Denji wouldn't have a clue, what he's up to and all this kind of stuff. And it would just like, I think, aggravate him, make him annoyed.
He'd be like, won't you be my Wi-Fi? And then he'd be like, shut your corny ass up, bro. Like, he wouldn't even, like, he would just be like, because Denji just clearly gets pissed off by stuff like that.
Yeah, he'd make that typical Denji face, like the, what, bro?
Yeah,
the,
and Denji be like, you don't get comedy, bro. Well, you'll have to teach you.
Jaw wide open, like.
Yeah.
Or like,
plays Takaba, but Kwang Shi maybe lost. you know, I don't know enough about Quan Chi. I don't know if she's a funny individual to say, but yeah.
No,
Denji,
I
is
think
Carver.
she is sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and that's about it. Honestly,
Yeah.
she
I wonder what
clocks
her
in, she
Chi
clocks
they got up
out. You
to.
know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, let's roll this again. But I think we'll consider that a win for JJK for sure. Which it's right now it's 4-1. Which it's not looking good for Chainsaw Man. But we'll re-roll again. We'll keep Quan Chi on the board. To see if we can maybe get a win for the Chainsaw Man side. Watch it be like Toji, like the best possible matchup she could possibly get.
That'd be hard. That'd be cool.
Okay, maybe this is where we can remove Dagon because we got Dagon again as the matchup. How do you think? Did you think it's kind of similar to like Toji against Dagon?
It could be. Like I said, the big thing that I think people often forget when talking about like cross-verse things or even comparing them like physically to Toji is like, let's say Quan Chi is there's just as much of a physical disparity between Dagon and her as Toji and Dagon, right? A domain expansion is still a big problem. Like, I'll say this, if she does that thing where she crouches down, right, and then just starts like just running through motherfuckers, and Dagon is incapable of reacting to that, which I don't know if I'd say that, but let's say he is, then he might just get like his head cut off or something like that. And I can see that being a win con. But I don't know. Do you guys think Quan Chi is like surviving the full assault of a domain expansion? Like, because what she'd have to do is replicate what Toji did while also having the techniques spawn onto her body instead of travel to actually hit her. Because, you know, someone in chat mentions Naobito can temporarily stop Dagon. But it's like, yeah, but he still popped the domain expansion. You know what I mean? So
I was gonna say, I guess like because Dagon's character, like Dagon doesn't immediately start the battle with his domain. Like Dagon does try and fight until he's cornered by Naobito, and Naobito does blitz Dagon. But I guess you could argue Naobito was like blitzing Dagon with his bare hands, and not only would Quan Chi. Yeah, like Quan Chi is going to be coming in with weapons. She has the sword at one point in the international assassin arc. She's also going to be blitzing Dagon at a much higher level than Naobito was. Yeah. Unless you could probably argue speed here. I'm not going to go into that fact. I think she could kill him before the domain even comes out. But Diavolo, I know you want to say something.
I was muted by accident before. Didn't even realize. And I honestly think that Quan Chi, if she could quite easily catch Dagon just, you know, off guard. If she has, I think it was Halloween, who was just like walking around with her head after everyone thought she died. She
People are mentioning Cosmo in chat.
And withdraws the arrow, which brings her back to life and everything. Then, you know, like, I don't think he'd be able to sense her if there's some like sensory stuff and they just drop her head in and she instantly transforms behind him and then goes nuts. I think she'd be able to possibly, you know, like kill him in time, because unlike with, you know, Naobito, who only had his fists and being able to stall Dagon inside of the frames and everything, she doesn't, you know, she's got a lot of weapons that to dispose of, so she'd probably just lay him out like instantaneously, or just chop his head straight off, or do something along those lines. There is like the durability factor. Like Dagon isn't invincible, and he obviously can take damage from someone who's strong. So I feel like it would be able to possibly, what do you call it, heal back his wounds, but for how long? You know, I don't know. I honestly think Quan Chi would come out on top here, even possibly in a domain expansion. She's like nigh immortal. I don't know. I just feel like she'd possibly be able to win this fight. So it's a pretty close battle, but. And
I've also, like, it depends, maybe because I know Ronan, you got some things in front of you. You might be able to pull it up. Because I know specifically when she goes up against the Daw Devil, like, she is basically in a situation where she's presented against like almost, you know, hundreds of people at once, and she's like literally blitzing through, decapitating every single one of them. I believe it's meant to be like similar to like Mach 6 speed or something like that, which I know everyone loves the Mach scaling and calculating for speed and everything like that. But I don't know. I feel like I guess you could make an argument. What I'm ultimately getting at is do you think you could make an argument that like even if she is caught in Dagon's domain and Deathstorm is coming in, she can't see any of the Shikigami. If she's just bloodlusted on the warpath anyway, just literally fighting, she feels things and just is, I'm sure she's smart enough to make the same deduction as Nanami to be like, all right, if things hit me, I just gotta attack in front of me and fight through this. We've seen at least in the anime, you could argue anime to manga differences, we do see Toji literally basically just cut through an entire wave of Shikigami to get to Dagon. Do you think she could do the same thing?
So I guess there's two ways, right? If we are still assuming like the really big speed difference, because that's kind of how Kwang Shi is portrayed physically, then probably to some extent, I always bring up the big difference is like those Shikigami that Toji blows up are still traveling because the domain's effects are halted, right? Whereas with Kwang Shi, there's not like the Shikigami aren't traveling to her; they are on her. You know what I mean? Yeah. But the second thing, you know, when you brought up the calc, I was just thinking, okay, you know, obviously, there's kind of like, there's two, with JJK scaling, it gets weird. I'll just throw this out there. Maki's like bullet catching feat is compared to like a dozen or so times faster than sound, right? If you think that is at all consistent with JJK scaling later on, obviously we know how Dagon views, you know, pre-awakened Maki as a threat. That would just mean that Dagon is like literally is dealing with people that are faster than Kwang Shi and not seeing them as a problem. If you think that like, oh, that just gets contradicted by the Naoya Mach 3 thing, that's fine. Dagon would be slower. And he would probably struggle in the speed department. You just gotta like for Kwang Shi, the win con, you just have to think she can survive all of those Shikigami spawning onto her body and get rid of him first, which isn't infeasible if you think she's significantly faster for sure.
Someone saying Gege debunked the whole Mark 3 statement, which I don't know.
It's
I haven't heard that, but
the whole thing with the Mach 3 statement, I guess, is just like it's just a lot of feats that characters pull off implies very heavily that they should be like a lot faster than that. So like, Kenjaku being able to catch a sniper rifle bullet from like waiting until it gets close range is like, all right, you would probably need faster reaction times than that to do it. Even like Kenjaku
Maki catching the bullet,
Kenjaku dodging piercing blood, and it's not that piercing blood is faster than 3 times the speed of sound. It's that he fucking waits until it's damn near touching his nose to completely avoid it. So it's like you can argue because like the Mach 3 thing is just stated, right? If you want to stick with that, you can stick with that. But a lot of feats do contradict that statement.
Like the speed of sound, I sound stupid. The speed of sound's only like 300 and something miles per hour. But like Mach 3 is like 7 times that speed. So Mach 3 is over 2,300 miles per hour. You're traveling way faster than the speed of sound. Going Mach 6 is like, then again, double that speed. That's why I think Kwang Shi just blitzes him, like instantly.
The biggest thing...
The only people who are even light speed, like who even get close to light speed is Kashimo and Sukuna. Like, those are the only people who have even been given that, like, you know, sentence or whatever, that they've got that. Because Sukuna's able to react to light speed blows from Kashimo, and Kashimo's able to move up to 90% the speed of light, because that's how fast lightning is able to move. But he's only able to, like, that's where I think the speed stuff for JJK, as you said, is so fucking confusing because of the stuff that happens earlier on in the series, and then he goes and like says the stuff earlier on. But yeah, Mark 3 is still like extremely fast, and it is like 5 or 6 times faster than the speed of sound. I just wanted to point it out because people think the speed of sound is extremely fast, and it is. But going Mark 1 is breaking the speed of sound, and then Mark 2 is like so much faster than Mark 1 because you need to go even, like that's how
it's just it's just double, right? It's double, triple, like that's the Mach is just referring to that for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I think like even like not including speed, because I see a lot of people in chat being like, oh, like durability, like she doesn't have the attack power to like actually kill Dagon. All I'm saying is like I would consider Quan Chi very similar, if not almost maybe even higher, you could argue, stats than Toji, but someone stop me if you disagree.
I mean, like I'm just less familiar with Chainsaw Man scaling, so it's gonna be pretty tough. I'll say a lot of the things, just what I'm seeing on the Versus Battle Wiki, to be completely honest, I'm like, damn, bro, this looking like Nanami on a good day. He stretches a little bit. He's hitting that with the ratio technique. I mean, just comparing. And people. It's certainly like it's going to depend on a few factors. I'll say my money's on Dagon personally, right? If I were a betting man, if I were May hooked me up with the crow betting, I'm gonna put my money on Dagon. But like I'm not hung up on JJK getting like the victory for the sake of like the Chainsaw Man JJK comparison. If you guys disagree,
let me ask you: do you still feel that way, even considering like she has the Bow Devil transformation and all of the buffs from that? Like you still feel you would still bet on Dagon?
Yeah, I would still bet on Dagon.
Okay,
personally.
I was just curious. I wasn't sure if you were only considering her base form. I wanted to make sure.
No, I think that like revive in mid fight is pretty good for her, but I would still say that's my money's on Dagon personally.
The long range crossbows and projectile attacks don't change anything. Okay, okay. Diavolo, what do you think? I'm still deciding. That's why I'm asking. I'm not like trying to like be mean.
I'm still on Quan Chi blitzing him, bro. Like read this. She could disappear from the sights of 5 devil hunters by blitzing past them while cutting through an army of dolls created by the devil doll before the original 5 devil hunters even realized that they had been killed. That's like insane. That's so fast to me, bro. Like, just I think that's quicker than a lot of the stuff. I don't think we've seen anyone in Jujutsu Kaisen get sliced in half before they even realize that they've died. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't. Like the brain, I don't even.
We've seen that a couple of times in JJK. But I mean, to be fair, most of the time from people that are faster than Dagon, right? Like Sukuna does that to quite a few people. Yeah, but like,
good point actually.
I mean, if we're thinking like I said, it's like I'll just put my money on Dagon, and I can just leave it at that. Like I just think,
we're leaving it up to you, Noah.
You the deal breaker, brother.
Yeah, because I'm doing the same thing you were doing, Ronan, where I'm looking at like the Versus Battle Wiki, which isn't the gospel. I don't want to act like it is the gospel, but it at least is like a very like reasonable way to compare what we're saying with like cross scaling power and all this stuff.
So
I just have
both wikis up on one screen and then have like one wiki on one side and one.
This is the first matchup I've genuinely felt like I needed to look into, just because it is just we are contesting a little bit and we're kind of trying to break the tie here. But it looks like Quan Chi would definitely be faster than Dagon, which I don't even think was an argument. I think we're all kind of in agreement on that much. But yeah, when it comes to overall like attack power and like durability and everything like that, it does seem like she does kind of lack in that aspect. So I would probably say going with like a tiebreaker and everything like that. If I had to decide, it does kind of look like Dagon might win, but I don't know.
Bro, we gotta get Chainsaw Man some W's, bro.
Yeah,
we gotta start. We might need to start fudging the numbers.
I'm trying for the Chainsaw Man fans out there.
Diavolo is in the cut right now, fighting for Quan Chi so hard right now.
We gotta find a JJK motherfucker without a domain on here, bro. If we do that, we might be able to get him a win, bro.
All right. Last, I'm gonna ask you guys, because do you guys want to try and give Quan Chi one more shot, or you just want to call it? Let's go fresh.
Give a vote to the chat. Give a vote to the chat as well. See what they say for Quan Chi and Dagon, bro.
Well,
everyone in chat saying Dagon loses, and I wanna get my Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I already rolled, so we're just gonna go with that. We're gonna switch it up. And this might be a little bit more contentious. Katana Man against Ishigori.
Oh geez.
Oh no.
Listen, man. I see something immediately popped into my head, and I don't know if this is a safe place, bro. All I'm saying is that Katana Man crouching stance, bro. I don't know if that's getting Ishigori the same way it got Denji at first, because like, because like here's the thing, right? Denji did a little bit of training with Kishibe, came back and was like, I can kind of react to that shit. I don't know what Katana Man's speed feats are. But I'll say this, like, even if we do assume he's faster, Ishigori's like tanking his own Granite Blast level attacks like multiple times over. It's like
Dodged Sukuna slash slightly, you know,
or like it just survived it, right? To where Sukuna's like, oh, damn. The default didn't work. Okay, my fault, bro. I underestimated. That's my bad. Let me recalibrate.
Sorry, here.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's like, you know, I know it was a casual slash from Sukuna, but does Katana Man? What's Katana Man looking like there? What's Katana Man looking like there, man?
I don't think Katana Man has the cleave potential that Sukuna had. Sadly.
No.
Yeah.
God damn it, man. Katana Man, you were supposed to be the savior.
Yeah,
you were
on,
supposed
bro.
to be the one.
Yeah, no,
All
we
right.
got we had to have gotten him up against like Momo or something, bro.
Oh no. All right, let's try. Let's roll this. Let's roll this one more time. All right, that was a little too easy. All right, let's hope, cross our fingers for the Chainsaw Man side here. We need like the Falling Devil or something. Come on.
Oh, Jesus, bro.
Okay. We got Makima.
Okay.
We can work with that.
Yeah, Makima wins, right?
Makima against Maki Zenin.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
Maki.
Yeah,
You're lower
Makima
than
wins.
her.
Yeah, Makima wins.
Makima beats Gojo. Makima beats Maki. I think that's fair.
Yeah, Makima,
Yeah,
listen, bro. Maki could blitz Makima several times over and it not really mean all that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's just gonna end up knocking out random people in Japan. Like someone's grandma's just gonna go, oh, and it's over.
Yeah. I guess I got a question. No, I mean, I'm just curious, right? I agree Makima wins, blah blah blah. I'm curious, do you guys think Soul Split Katana does anything though? Like, does that change anything, or just someone's
Does
like
it,
some random
ignore the contract?
I was wondering if you think it does something like that.
I hadn't even thought about that, but yeah, that's quite a good possibility actually.
Like I said, I still think Makima wins in the end. I think especially if she just brings up all the other devils that we see her use against Denji.
Yeah, she doesn't have to use her own like
Chainsaw Man.
control power, you know, to like make it easy. She genuinely could like pity Maki and still win.
Yeah.
Because like she's no stranger to throwing hands either. Like, and that's one thing that like I love that we got like that final fight with Chainsaw Man where like she literally is dead as like, all right, let's fucking throw hands.
Right, yeah, let's just start scrapping for real. But yeah. Makima wins. Good, you know. It took a top tier, but we got a W for Chainsaw Man.
That's what I was hoping for. I was like, come on. Go ahead, D-Villa.
I wonder what the Soul Split would like do. Would it just rip the devil part of her out? You know what I mean? Like,
I have no idea,
the devil
bro.
in her? Is it like?
That's an interesting question, actually.
Is she the devil itself? Like, that's something we never got answered with Makima that really like confused me. Was I didn't know if she like she says she's the control devil, and she probably is, obviously. But like, was that her actual body? Like, was it someone she was controlling? Was there a little puppet inside of her as well? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What is?
Yeah.
And she's reborn as Nayuta too, so that's like clearly like the devil's regular form. And like it's weird too, because I wonder if like Yoru, like the war devil, was like a fucking owl looking fucking shit. But I wonder if that's because she was like still fucked
like
up from the Chainsaw Man battle, right?
Yeah,
probably something like that.
Transform into like a lower life form or something. I don't know.
But yeah, Makima wins, especially with all of her contracts and shit. That goes crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
gonna lie,
thank
not
God.
gonna lie.
Thank God they needed a W.
I guess, yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's roll this again. Let's roll this again and hope we can get another win for the Chainsaw Man side. What's going on here?
bro. No one reads the manga, I see. So yeah, we're
We've
all cultured
got-
nerds here, bro.
Oh, that was so close. That
Aki.
was almost Hikari versus Aki 47. Power.
Oh, power.
Yeah, so do y'all want to tell them or should I?
Should I?
Can we just pretend that it was Aki 47 and like actually have like a discussion?
Pretend it was Aki 47 is crazy.
Key 47.
Listen, man. Power's just gonna get anemia before like Hikari. And listen, chat, y'all know me. I'm a Hikari hater, so this pains me to say, but Hikari is cooking power. I'm gonna be real, bro. Hikari is cooking power for sure.
Yeah, absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
Absolutely no chance. Oh, which is why, like I said, I'm fudging the numbers. I'm fudging the numbers.
Maybe if
It's
she's in
Aki.
her devil form, and
Like the full.
Like Blood
she
Devil.
just like yeah, the blood devil form, and she has like her like extra arms and looks crazy and everything, and she just like makes knives appear out of Hikari and like makes his hands unable to move or something, so he can't like cast his domain, or I don't know. Like, that's the only way.
Going crazy, bro. When his blood
Yeah,
vessels start
exactly.
exploding, and he's just like, "But I'm not dead yet."
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. The devil form could probably do something a lot more useful. But like
100%. But
if she jumps into it and the car is already, in jackpot, it's like, all right, but Power's also I could literally see Power seeing like the flashing lights of the domain and just watching that shit go on. Like that's yeah, I don't know.
So
man.
standing there with
unbothered.
her head tilted to the side, like, hey,
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah. We fudging the numbers though? Is it Aki 47?
Yeah, we're fudging the numbers. It's
Okay,
Aki
okay.
47. That's going to be the real matchup here. And how do you guys feel like that changes things? Because obviously, we don't see too much of Aki 47. And for those that are confused as to what the hell I'm talking about, Aki 47 is, unfortunately, I'm sorry for
The
anyone
gun
that
devil
stuck around
thing.
that was anime only, but Gun Fiend Aki.
Yeah. And this is, I mean,
Makima places the gun fiend, or I don't know if it's the full gun fiend or a part of him inside Aki's brain. After she
Yeah.
controls him. I just wanted to
I think
spoil
it's-
it even more for any anime only.
He's not, if I'm remembering correctly, he's still not comparable to the entire Gun Devil, right? Because like the Gun Devil,
No,
Gun Devil was moving like significantly different.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Like the gun devil was like a massive mass
yeah,
of just every gun in existence, pretty much. You know, he was like this big built-up gun. Arms were made of guns, and his like legs were bullets and shit. And
Yeah.
Aki, yeah, he's just a fiend. So he's like power version of, like
Got you.
that's kind of the equivalent.
strong, but like, it's another one of those things where he's blowing off parts of Hikari for sure outside of
Yeah.
like, but like Hikari, we see against Arame, right? Against any opponent that he has to take remotely seriously, he just opens with a domain. Even Denji is kind of like able to avoid his firing at first. In fact, in my opinion, Denji gets beat up a lot more than he normally would because he's like trying to defend people. He's also
he doesn't want to like, finish
Yeah,
off his
exactly.
mates to start with and everything.
Yeah, Denji, it's like, it's not to say Denji's weak or anything, so that Hikari being comparable is crazy, but it's like, this is a Denji who is trying to protect people and who is wary of trying to even, hurt Aki like this. So I mean, like, Hikari starts healing and shit, he's not worried about other people. He sure as shit doesn't care if he's beating up the Gun Devil. Yeah, man. It's not, I don't know if it's looking great.
The Fiend part of Aki is 20% of the Gun Devil. Someone said it in
Gotcha.
chat, and then I wanted to double check, and it says that on the fandom as well. So I'm assuming that's correct.
Yeah.
Like-
And the devil is still around 80% of it at least, or some shit.
Now, the one thing that I always have to bring up with Hikari is like, because like every conversation that we have power skilling wise is always jackpot Hikari. But like, frankly, I think it's pretty fair to say that like if he gets his fucking head blown off before he even gets to domain, or we also have to remember that like he also has to fight Aki inside the domain while he's trying to roll. What are your guys' opinions on like do we think that this version of Aki can kill Hikari? Like, do we think that's possible? Is his attack power high enough to go past his durability, regardless of reverse curse technique? I was gonna say reverse CT. I guess that's still valid.
Yeah, reverse CT is crazy. I think if he hits base Hikari, sure. But like one thing I'll say is that
Take back
Denji.
what I said as well. I wrote the right thing in chat.
The thing is like I'm just looking through the fight, right? And Denji is able to like Aki shoots at a civilian, and Denji is blown away, comes back, and then blocks the bullet and shit, right? Like it's not to say that Aki's slow or anything, but if you think base Hikari is even like remotely grade 1, I don't think that he's getting like blitzed. This isn't Kwang Shi that he's fighting, right? It's like it's you know a guy with like you know pretty big bullet damage or whatever, right? And you know it depends on how long you think it takes Hikari to get in there. If you think that Aki beats him before he gets into jackpot, that's fair. Like that's a you know I guess I can't really argue with that. But I will say that jackpot Hikari isn't getting cooked in my opinion.
The only reason I asked is because I know that like at least from what I remember, there are instances where like he's like firing straight up fucking hyper beams from Pokemon. Am I wrong? Like, isn't there one where like
that's from his head? He shoot like beams.
because I know
from
there's
his
one where
head,
he like
bro.
literally like rips Denji in half with one of them, and like Denji
Yeah,
has to
that's
literally
the-
put himself together.
That's the first one. That's the first one that like where Denji just comes face to face with his fucking his friend like that.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
it straight up is the that time is so bad.
Yeah. I take it for what it's worth. Denji is like literally staring him in his face. Confused as hell. Would that land normally? Maybe. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't, right? But I'll just say Denji is able to subsequently deal with, block, or react to a lot of the things that Aki throws out following that. So yeah,
I think a
that's
good
kinda-
way to put or like fiend form Aki would be. Oh, I had like a great comparison, but then it just like slipped out of my mind. It's so painful. It's so sad. It's so. Oh no, there we go. Be kind of comparing him to like Ryu Ishiguro, like in the same kind of blast capacity in a way. It's kind of like
True.
what I was thinking in a way.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the worst thing about it is that like because Hikari is such a berserker type fighter where like he's like because he has jackpot and because he has auto RCT, like he can just get up close and personal to Aki and like stay close to him no matter how much damage he gets. Like Ronan even said it like when he's fighting Arame right now in the manga, like Hikari's literally having his arms and limbs frozen and he's just like busting them and then like reforming them to punch Arame in the face faster than like they can react. So like, and the one downside that Aki does have when it comes to close quarters is he doesn't have hands anymore. He's literally fucking he's literally guns akimbo. Like he literally can't throw. Like if Hikari, like if you think about it, if Hikari like stays in like Aki's fucking like chest area and like does this like bob and weaves his head.
Some MC roll type shit, bro. Like he's getting cooked. I will say that's funny. That's a funny as hell like image. And yeah, I mean just like chat, just compare the way Denji fights Aki here to the way he fights any other devil ever. Right? You'll see like a distinct lack of aggression that I think Hikari would have here. So you know, I'm betting on Hikari in this instance, you know, unfortunately so. I'm gonna use the bathroom though, so I'll be right back.
That's fair. That's fair. Devo, do you have anything to add, or are we just unfortunately giving another win to JJK? We're gonna have to imply a mercy rule soon.
Yeah, man. It's just that's Akari's win right there. It's Aki's just a bit too. He's like drugged as well, if that makes sense. He's not like sporadic and popping around like hiding around corners like he's a spec ops agent about to lay Hikari out with his guns. He's tipsy. He's had 7 beers and he can't think straight, and he's just rolling up, blasting his weapons. Yeah, Hikari. I don't think he blitzes him by any means, but I think he kind of like has to take it a bit seriously, and then
yeah, he definitely needs to be in jackpot for sure. Definitely need to be 100%. In jackpot. 100%. But yeah, no, I think with the just the constant healing, and like I said, the fact that like he is just such a close quarters fighter, and he's gonna always be in Aki's face with like no regard for how much damage he does take, because he can just take it. Like, yeah, Hikari is probably one of the major people. It's like everyone is saying like JJK is sweeping, but like honestly, I thought this would be a lot closer. Like before you got in the call, Diavola, me and Ronan were talking about how like this is probably going to be much closer than Naruto and JJK. But honestly, I feel like Naruto got more wins this far into it, which is crazy. Or like JJK got more wins against Naruto, I mean to say, like, which is a much weirder. It's just crazy. I think it's just bad matchups we've been getting, honestly.
Yeah, and like I think the scale in Chainsaw Man goes higher, but like characters are more spread out over that scale in terms of strength as well. You have a lot of like just hunters who are kind of like main characters, or hunters. I can't remember the exact name of well, they are now. You can tell me
Devil Hunters,
solo leveling,
or solo leveling. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many people who are like around that kind of like strength level who are main characters and have like a good attack, but that's kind of like all they have. They don't have any durability or anything. So as soon as they lose that one attack potency, they just get laid out. And even with Aki turned into the Fiend here, it would have been the same if Aki just went up against Hikari before. Like no matter what he tried to do, Hikari would have just used his jackpot and won.
Definitely.
Has to be someone like a proper primal devil, or maybe the falling devil could have been someone who could fuck up Hikari, but we never know. You don't know.
Well, we may know
that
later.
Be an interesting one. Oh, exactly. It might pop up. Who have we got now? Who's behind Aki? I can see.
I'm trying to roll again because I got the Chainsaw Man character, but I'm trying to roll again because we just keep getting repeat characters. I'm trying to get someone a little bit new. It's just like I've been taking people off, but we're still getting like repeats. It's crazy. Sometimes this wheel I feel like is just weird. Okay, that's reasonable. All right. Let me go ahead. I was trying to see if I could get the pictures here and be ready, but that's okay. We'll never be ready. I've got rolled right here. Hirofumi Yoshida versus Suguru Geto.
Hirofumi Yoshida. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is actually interesting as hell because they're both kind of like manipulators in a way. That's kind of how Yoshida uses his devil contract with the octopus. I think it's the octopus devil. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I know he probably has more. Yeah. I feel like he has more than one contract with another devil as well, but I'm not exactly sure what it is. And I just know he's extremely strong. Like in terms of strength-wise, Yoshida is said to be stronger than Kishibe, who was once the strongest devil hunter.
Really? Where really?
Yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. Yoshida and Kishibe have a conversation where Kishibe like says that he doesn't say like specifically word for word, but Yoshida is like the new him in a way. You know what I mean? Like he's going away and he's the new guy. There is like obviously more devil hunters that we don't know about who are extremely strong, but yeah, Yoshida is him. He's built different. He's still watching Denji and everything. Like that's his.
No, I know Yoshida is
job.
Definitely like he's like a wild card. Like he's such a mysterious little fuck. Like he plays in the background. At least he's played up in the background a lot in part 2.
But he was able to go up against like strong devils. Like I'm pretty sure. Get me wrong. I know I made the video not too long ago, so it should still be in my memory. But he fought the fought slightly for a moment of time. What devil was it? It wasn't the falling devil. It wasn't the war devil. It was one of the other 4 horsemen devils. I can't remember what it was. But for like a slight moment, and he's like able to hold his own against that person. And he fought against the falling devil for like a moment as well, if I'm not wrong. I can't really remember.
Well, I know he fought
but
against Quan Chi, which is like his biggest thing for me. Because like even Quan Chi gives him like props to some degree because she's like, oh, I'm surprised you're even able to survive.
Yeah, like can keep up with her and everything, like throughout the International Assassins arc. Yeah, no, I honestly think that Yoshida probably, I don't want to say it because I feel like it's so sad to say to Suguru, but like we're going with Suguru, we're not going with Kinjaku, are we? So we're going with Suguru.
Like I was gonna say, like I was saying to Ronan, like some characters can like be like, if we really wanted to take it to Kenjaku, like if we wanted to have another discussion, but like I mean, like I feel like Yoshida probably just like overall like loses just because Geto can just like pack on the curses until he just overwhelms Yoshida. But like I feel like hand to hand, like Yoshida definitely, like close quarters, they could probably have a good matchup, but the overwhelming number of curses
like Yoshida could,
he gets
like,
chosoed in my opinion.
Blitz him, bro. In my mind, Yoshida can ink blast the entire room so no one, it's all pitch black in there. Then he's just boom. Kinjaku, I say Kinjaku loses his head, but you know, like a similar thing would happen as to what happened recently in the manga, and his head would just disappear from his body, bro, and it'd start fucking floating. At least, maybe I'm a bit too much of a fanboy for Chainsaw Man, but I think Yoshida would actually be able to beat Suguru, even with like his 4,000 curses or whatever.
Ronan,
just like a matter of like, how does he disperse them? Does he disperse all 4,000 at once in like a confined area and lets them go ham on him? Because if he does that, then obviously Yoshida's got no chance. But if Yoshida does some like sneaky shit, which is what he's known for, then
clever little sneak.
Probably, I think Yoshida's probably gonna win.
I just think he applies a very similar strategy to how he does versus Choso, which is just like just a couple hundred amped curse spirits hitting you all at once. And like the Octopus Devil is, you know, pretty helpful, pretty handy. Yoshida's pretty like physically capable, although he's like obviously not on the level of Quan Chi, because he kind of just gets like thrown out of a window one time and then like one shot or knocked out the other. I mean, he's still pretty capable. Geto's no slouch though. I mean, he's fighting like Rika and Yuta simultaneously to some pretty decent effect until he gets hit by that black flash. Obviously Kinjaku's like, yeah, bro, if you weren't fighting at like 3 different battles using your cursed spirits, yeah, you probably would have beaten that kid. So I'm kind of inclined to believe that he just throws out a shit ton of low level cursed spirits amped with his own cursed energy, and like sort of in a similar sense to Kinjaku like barraging Yuji at the end of Shibuya, or him doing it later to Choso at the start of their fight. I really do think Yoshida just gets overwhelmed by sheer number. I don't know if he's demonstrated himself, or most Chainsaw Man characters at least have demonstrated themselves to be able to handle like that level of like sheer quantity, even if they are individually weaker than you.
Now, one thing I want to ask, like, because a lot of people are mentioning in chat, and I think it's pretty clear, I kind of mentioned it because he is a very mysterious character. Like, do we think that, like, we haven't seen everything that Yoshida can do? Because we do see him, like, threaten Fami, who we know is, you know, why is the phrase escaping me now?
One of the 4 horsemen.
One of the 4 horsemen. Do we think like we just haven't seen everything Yoshida can do? Or are we pretty confident even if he goes full power? I mean, Suguru Geto is just a bad matchup, I think, because I agree with Ronan. Like Geto can just completely overwhelm this man with curses no matter what he can do. But I'm just trying to be very generous considering Chainsaw Man's good looking 2-8 right now.
Yeah,
I think it's possible.
I'm trying to be generous to Chainsaw Man as well, but I honestly think Yoshida is like one of those characters that's left purposefully mysterious in Chainsaw Man because he is not like ridiculously strong, but I just think like tactically smart and that's kind of like how he goes about all of his battles. He has a curse, has a devil that, you know, doesn't necessarily require him to actually sacrifice parts of his body like a lot of other people have, but he's still extremely strong and fast with, you know, like his weaponry and just other shit in general throughout the series. He's able to, you know, fight against War Devil or like Asa when she's like going rage mode and everything. He's not weak by any means, but yeah, I think you are right with him just getting overpowered by the amount of cursed spirits that Suguru would put out. Is
Getto's gonna be like, oh, that's a cool octopus, man. Here's 4 of them that I have. They're all different sizes, and some of them have domain expansions. Boom.
Starts going on about earthquakes and freaking cat and shit, and it's like, oh
Yeah.
Watch this, bro. You're gonna keep falling over and just keep doing it.
You're not even gonna be able to figure it out, dude.
Now, again, just being generous and just to add a little bit more to the discussion, because I kind of mentioned it a little bit before, Ronan, before you were here. Do you think, like, if Geto was reduced to 0 curses, and it was just straight up hand to hand, like, I kind of still think, because you did put it into a pretty good perspective, like, Geto was still close quarters, able to handle both an awakening, mid-awakening Yuta and Rika both at the same time, so...
Yeah, and I'll put it like this too, right? I know some people disagree, so, you know, feel free to discard this information if it doesn't suit your fancy, right? But like Gojo looks at Kenjaku and he determines that based on cursed energy and like his physical body, barring the scar on his head, right? That like he is completely indiscernible from Geto, right? Now, me personally, I think that means that they're probably like where Kenjaku is stronger is like through like more intelligence, through a domain expansion, and through gravity, right? But I think physically they're probably pretty comparable. And I mean, we've seen how Kenjaku moves, right? We've seen this motherfucker like dodging piercing bloods from point blank range. Even if you ignore that, right? The Rika that Geto's like fighting is like significantly stronger than the one that's like making Yuji look like a little kid in her arms. Like Geto is not. Because he has, I think, such little screen time as a villain or as an adult specifically, he kind of gets downplayed, but he's very, very competent up close. You know what I mean? Like, he got hit by that black flash, lays down for a second, kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to blow you up now, right? It's like, he's a strong guy. He's tough, right? Very, very tough guy. I would still bet on Geto even without his curses, personally.
He was, I had to go and check because I wanted to make sure I didn't say something stupid, but he was able to hold his own against Quan Chi. Like, he did end up getting thrown out the window in the end, but it was like half a chapter that he fought against Quan Chi, like pretty evenly, and then he ends up getting thrown out the window, and he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out." Squid inks and or like octopus inks.
Squid ink.
Gone.
Yeah. Yeah,
but he's like, he's more smart and knows when to dip. Like, I think he'd say that he's about to lose and be like, "Yo, I'm out, bro. I'm gone. I don't want any of this."
So, all right. I rolled it twice, and it almost came up to Yuji twice. I don't want to do any repeats. So we're just gonna go with Yuji. So Yuji, going up against. Hold on, that's the wrong picture. Yuji going up against Rize.
Oh, Rize.
Let me get out, because I seen chat, I seen the reaction, right? I see that I might be in the minority. Let me just ask Chainsaw Man fans, people that clearly are very knowledgeable, right? Are we saying that like the Bomb Devils got something that's more powerful than like the cleave Sukuna used on Yuji recently, or all of the slashes he was hitting him with, or like multiple black flashes from a special grade curse? Like, because if we are, right? I'm just asking the question. I'm just throwing it out there because, like, obviously bombs, very strong stuff.
Off a building.
Blah, 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 right? Yeah.
I'm just trying to like think.
I think an explosion, like ability. if she catches Yuji with multiple explosions, and I see a lot of people in chat that I kind of do like. Rize does have better, not only durability, I guess, well, depending on if you get hit with a black flash or not, but like Rize has better feats of stamina, endurance, I should say. because of being a weapon devil, of course.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
Yuji can take a lot of hits. Like, he can take a hell of a lot of hits, though. I don't know, bro. I honestly don't feel like... Maybe I'm just Chainsaw Man loving today for some reason, and I can't seem to see how any JJK characters are winning. But I don't know why or how, like, Yuji would win this fight when she can just kind of, like, stay up in the air and...
That's what I was gonna say. That's also a good point, because Yuji's still, for the time being, punch kick man, the main character.
Left, right, good night.
So like, you know, if she just starts like just decides, all right, it's time for an airstrike, right? That's cool. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think she's gonna be there for a little while, but that's cool. I think that makes sense. That works.
Now, are you just bowing down,
just flying up into the sky and hitting?
Hey, no, bro, found out my secret technique. That's crazy.
I can hear it in your voice when you're just giving.
Hey, bro, listen, I don't gotta fight every battle, bro. Listen, sometimes you just gotta go with the consensus here. Like, I think that people are saying that Rize can't fly. I feel like she distinctly does, like, propel herself off the bombs. Like, not like see Superman, right? But does she not just propel herself based on her bombs? Am I making that up? Hold on, let me see real quick.
No, you're correct. As someone who just
there's panels of her floating in the air, and the reason that he uses Beam to fight her is because Beam can. Beam can't fly, but he can, like, flip himself up really high, and you know.
Okay, cool.
Beam is like real.
Just making sure. Yeah, and I mean,
speed-wise, she should at least be. I guess Yuji's probably one of the best. I mean, I guess it depends on. Do you consider, because speed-wise related? Technically speaking, at least the way when I scaled Gojo and to Chainsaw Man, she wasn't too far off from, you know, Gojo's own speed without the warp. So
yeah, I mean,
she's like blitzing Denji their whole fight for the most part. I know I'm arguing at you when you already conceded at this point.
No, you're good. I mean, like, I think a big thing that, honestly, okay. Here's how I think the fight goes personally, right? If Rize's a pretty smart person, so if she just decides, this kid's kind of like not dying immediately, let me get range, let me blow you the fuck up. I don't think there's much Yuji can do about that. And I think if she does have enough stamina to keep that up, which, I mean, she's a devil, she probably does, right? Then she's good. She just keeps blowing that motherfucker up until he dies, or until he's, like, worn out to where she can get close. I personally am of the belief, though, that if she gets within, like, you know, punch kick merchant range, she's cooked. I just think she doesn't have to do that.
If she's lower than 4 stories high, she can get hit.
Because
that's legit,
right? Like, Aki cuts off her fucking arm, man, and I'm like, Yuji's he's feasting at close range, personally, right? That's how I view it, right? I think she obviously has more versatility, and I think she can clearly fight at range, but I'll just say, for her own sake, she doesn't want to let the fight get close. But I'm cool with saying that Rize wins. Like, you know, this isn't, like, I don't disagree so strongly that it's not a concession I'm willing to make, for sure.
Oh yeah. One dude in chat being like, she is immortal. I'm like, yo, you know what happens to her, right?
Yeah, these motherfuckers get beaten all the time. Like, yes, immortal, cool. But, like, curses do very similar shit. Like Jogo survives without a head, he still gets cooked, man. Like, these motherfuckers. Even if you were to say they can't die ever, all right, bro, I'll keep your head with me. Cool. Now you're not a threat no more, right?
It's like Dio from JoJo's and stuff. Like, there's compromises you can make. You can beat someone so bad that they, like, unless they've got, like, some weird feat where they take a blow and it doesn't even do anything to them, and they can just, like, keep walking, like they're Superman or something. Then then it's a bit broken. But, like, no one's like that. Everyone's got to recover.
For sure.
But demons got to drink blood. Devils.
For sure. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next character here. I'm just trying to find a decent picture of them, because some of these characters, because they're not in the anime. It's so much harder to find a decent colored picture of them. But we do actually have a decent matchup that I think may be somewhat of an interesting discussion on two different fronts. We've got Santa Claus, not Saint Nick, the evil assassin, and Kashimo.
Oh shit! Yeah, hold on. Let me get reacquainted with Santa Claus, bro. Because I'm thinking, well, obviously my goat has to prevail. But let me look in here. What is Santa Claus has all of the? Okay, what?
As a global hive mind of perfect dole assassins, indistinguishable from regular humans, controlled by one individual, with the help of another doll, or with the help of the doll devil. I mean.
Okay, so if we're saying, what are we saying here? Are we saying that the main body is facing off against Kashimo, or are they in fucking Canada or some shit while Kashimo's fighting? Because that would be, if that's their fighting style, that's their fighting style, right? That would Kashimo just can't. I'm not even saying he loses, he just wouldn't win. But if the main body's there, maybe we have a discussion at the bare minimum. But
I feel like that's the whole premise behind Santa Claus's character, is that she's so inconspicuous with what and who her main body was. For years they all thought her main body was the old guy and stuff, but it was actually the female all along and all that kind of shit.
And I'm pretty sure it's implied that might not even be the original. I don't know. It's all super weird. Yeah. But I would say because even if you were to put the regular Santa Claus in the ring with Kashimo, the biggest thing I still don't even really think that would be tough, because the biggest thing with the doll devil is Kashimo. Now this may be the same as the angel devil. Someone might have to correct me. On contact, if you touch a doll, you become a doll yourself. So if that's the case, it's kind of maybe the same thing as Angel Devil, but differently, where it is one touch and done, rather than one touch and you lose a year.
Got you. Did Denji avoids her the entire time in their fight?
I don't know if devils. I think devils might be immune. It's one of those things where devils aren't able to be. You know what I mean? I know certain devil.
Got you. Makes sense.
Powers don't like how Asa can't turn him into a weapon.
Okay, makes sense. Then Kashimo just doesn't. Kashimo is very, very much. He's punch kick man with a lightning, little twang on it for sure. So
a little twang, he said.
A little twang on it.
Fast.
And he can go really fast, right? But that's about it. You know what I mean? So.
I mean, you could argue, if Kashimo is aware of the main body, he has his lightning attack, but I guess he has to mark them with his cursed energy. Do you think that requires physical touch, or can he do it where Kirara can? If he gets close enough, he just has to all right, I touched you with my cursed energy.
I think the way he does it in character, at least, is through making contact, right? If you were to say, and this is once again, this isn't something Kashimo does in character. Before chat's he doesn't do that. I know, right? But if you plug the controller in, say, all right, motherfucker, you're using your technique, right? You do that sonic scream or the electromagnetic attacks. You can avoid making contact. But even in that scenario, he just dies 2 minutes after Santa Claus does, so it doesn't even really matter. If making contact is an L, then
he has to make contact if he wants to put positive charges on things. I just realized, dude is L'd.
He does have his little lightning rod that he can. Can't he use that to mark?
Yeah, he can for sure.
Oh yeah. That's a point. He can mark the lightning rod and then use that as a spot to shoot.
That's what he does with Hikari. He just has to aim it correctly, right? Angle it where he puts them in the main body in between him and the rod.
Yeah, even as a Kashimo's #1 fan here, it feels weird to argue against him, right? But if Kashimo hitting Santa Claus means an L, and we're assuming Kashimo doesn't know the ability, there's just no way he doesn't try to hit them once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'd have to, because even when he has the staff all throughout the panda fight, right? He uses a mix of the staff and physical attacks. So it's oh shit, you made the mistake of hitting your opponent. You're bad. Now you're a doll. You know what I mean? So I think Kashimo probably just loses. Especially without any of the knowledge. The doll devil just has a really good hack against him.
Yeah,
That
and
makes
to the
sense.
point of the Santa Claus as well, I'm pretty sure the way that her contract with the Doll Devil works, specifically with the way like why it was such a big deal with like who was the real Santa Claus, was it the old man, was it the girl, was because like I'm pretty sure like if she does lose a body, can't she just transfer into another doll that she has? Where it's like even if I might be
Like
wrong
that,
about that, someone should correct me, but I'm pretty sure even if Kashimo does manage to get a decent lightning strike and kill, you know, waifu Santa Claus, if she manages to, you know, get another doll in that time span, depending on where, of course, the fight takes place. I mean, obviously, if it's in an arena with no one around, if she's got another doll in fucking East Jabib or something like that, you know, that might be
This
where
is-
it is. But
Yeah.
This is like why everyone thinks due to the form Santa Claus took when Cosmos, you know, the crazy Quan Chi's friend, the one that can touch people and send them into insane type thing, sent her mind into her own mind. The Santa Claus and the main body of Santa Claus is presumed to be a mysterious woman who has no contact, or who has a contract with the Doll Devil, allowing her to control several different bodies. So even after the whole like Halloween moment where the she touches the Darkness Devil's flesh and everything, or like eats it, I can't remember what exactly happens, and then she lights on fire and like Denji beats her, and then she has that mind stuff. They all think still that the Santa Claus is still alive somewhere random. They don't know though exactly.
yeah, it's one of those
Which
horror
is
stories. You
crazy.
never truly know if they're dead or not. But
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I'm super happy that we can give Chainsaw Man a win, and such like a win that like we don't have to feel like we're being
You know, here
generous.
you go, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, like that was
Here
a,
you
that
go,
was a
guys.
fair win, and against Kashimo of all people too, right? Like of all characters to get a W against, you wouldn't expect it. I like thought it was a bad
And she
idea to
hadn't
put him
even
on
been
there.
touched by the Darkness Devil at that point, bro. She hadn't even got Darkness Devil.
Yeah,
passed.
I was gonna say like if we needed to, we could give her darkness form, but like that wasn't even necessary. The Doll Devil is pretty rough for a lot of characters here. Now, do you want to re-roll completely, or do you want to give Chainsaw Man a bone and let Santa Claus move on?
Damn, letting them move on. I mean, I'm down either way. It doesn't matter. I think it'd be cool to get
Roll
some new
JJK. See who comes up against.
We'll see who comes up. If
Santa.
it's interesting, we'll talk about it. If not, we'll just re-roll for everybody.
But
Straight up.
Let's see. All right, we've got Ishigori. Does that change anything?
not really. Bro's not scared to me, he's like, well, it's the same thing of the Santa Claus. Okay, cool. Now you're in Dubai. What does Ishigori do now? Right? It's like,
Yeah.
you're not winning.
Santa
I don't
Claus
know.
could do something completely different. She could do like a Masamichi Yaga on him, bro, and roll up with 200,000 dolls, and then have like all of these dolls go at him. And then if like he touches a single doll, he also turns into one. Like she's so broken, it's not even funny.
Everyone's
Yeah.
favorite argument, prep time.
Prep time. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. I mean,
Santa Claus with prep time is crazy, bro. She should have won.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's re-roll for everybody then. Let's see what comes up next then. We are coming up on the 2-hour mark, so of course I'll say it. I said it to Diavolo before, but Ronan, you probably already know. If either of you guys need to leave, feel free.
Okay. Cool.
Let me know.
Might
Okay,
have
we've
to pop
got
out in, like, 20
Kobeni
minutes,
versus Aoi Toto.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me see what's Kobeni. Look,
Kabeni, like I love
Yeah,
her
I'm not-
bits, but she
not
doesn't
gonna
have
lie.
the, like she's super quick and she's probably got like some good knife feats and stuff and she can dodge pretty well, but Toji has
I think it's Toto,
too many
right? Or is it
feats up his
Toji?
sleeve.
Ha, ha, ha.
It's
I mean
Toto.
Toto, yeah, Toto
Yeah.
has either way Toto like literally claps her.
Yeah. I mean, I think
We
I
just
agree.
haven't seen enough, honestly, from Kobeni. Like, Kobeni is the secret sauce. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, she is like the
Yeah.
secret strongest character in Chainsaw Man. I will never
So-
not debate that. But like, the thing is like, we just don't have the actual evidence here to make that argument yet. I don't have the PowerPoint with me here for the Kobeni
Yeah.
defense squad at the
Dance your
moment.
way to victory here.
And I'll also say Toto's like not averse to like bladed weaponry either, bro. Bro's fighting a fucking shapeshifter special grade, like, you know, just clapping his way all around. Like, hey man, I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be all right. Something tells me, Toto
Something
can
tells me
cook.
he's coming out on top.
Yeah.
I will say, without Boogie Woogie,
He's also coming out on top. Holy.
that would be. I would just love to see like the giant fucking Toto squaring up with fucking Cope. It's just so funny to me. Like just the overall like that they are not in the same weight class by any means. Like that's not legal in WWE. What would happen in that fight? But yeah, unfortunately, I wish we could have given Kobeni like a curse or something. But yeah, no. I just don't.
She has the Sun Wukong devil she makes.
That doesn't even sound like a strong, like, bro, who's scared of Sun Wukong? Like, particularly
Like a
Sun
good
Wukong.
person. Like, oh,
It's like-
people pray to him.
Bro,
That's not how devils work.
yeah, that's just gonna be like a fucking a penny-sized devil. But yeah.
My one friend that I used to work with, he actually gave me a really interesting theory where it was Kobeni had the black cat devil, and that was her secret contract. And I was like, okay, like that's why she pounces and she's so fucking quick. I was like, all right, I'd be okay
cool.
with that. I'd be okay
That'd be
with
cool.
that. I've also heard the theory that she's just literally contracted with the death devil, but okay.
I've heard that a lot too, but it's like, what? Why
I don't
Kobeni
think she has
specifically?
any contract. And I think she's like literally.
She was just lying.
there.
But she was
Yeah,
like,
I just said, like, I want to keep my contract fucking secret. It's like I am not contracting with a fucking devil.
Yeah, she's just there, bro. She doesn't have any imperfections on her or anything. Like, unless she's like
Yeah.
Yoshida spec and she's got some like really lame devil.
it wouldn't
It's, like,
surprise
the
me if she had
slime
some
devil.
crazy like conditionless contract or something like that. I mean, like she strikes me as like the person, like, you know what I mean? She strikes me as one of those people that
every
like plays
time
with
she
voodoo
uses a
dolls when
devil.
she shuts her door at, you know what I mean? Like you open her room and
yeah.
she's got like pictures of like her favorite artists, but like all of the fucking faces are scratched out, but she still leaves the poster on the wall. Like I would be scared to find out what contract what devil she talks to at night when no one else is around. I don't want to know. I definitely don't want to know. Like the way her family treats her, recipe for a
Yeah.
disaster.
100%.
Recipe
Good
for a
point,
disaster.
Siren.
I
She
mean,
did go
just
hand
working
in
at
hand
fast
with the
food
hero
alone.
of hell, which is true. She did fight in a blade off with a little knife.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. This one is actually, I would be
She has a
curious what you have to
contract,
say.
contract.
We've got Himeno, R.I.P.
Oh yeah.
best girl, and
Himeno.
up against Inumaki.
Oh God.
Ah,
No up. Do your
This is like
best. Don't cook him. No, I'm joking. What does Himeno even do?
she's got the ghost,
Ghost
devil.
Yeah.
Naturally, she's like a weak human.
Yeah, the whole sleep thing kind of busted, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And it's not like she's a devil herself. So you can't even argue she'd have like some innate resistance to it. She's just some like without, you know, bringing out her devil contract, right? Which I really just think sleep, blow up. I don't know. Do
Now-
a backflip and land on your skull. Like there's so many options, you know what I mean?
Technically,
know.
can she be asleep while the ghost devil still fights?
Oh, she
I'm not
control
sure.
She can control the ghost devil's right arm and stuff while the ghost devil's out.
Yeah, but, I mean, if she summons it like before she gets like put to sleep, potentially so. But I mean, let me see. Let me try to reference some of the things she has the ghost devil do, because like I feel
She
like
doesn't
when
really
she
have him do
controls it,
much.
it's just like one arm of shit, or she can like kill herself to have the full thing manifest, in which the
True.
best
She
case
can-
scenario is a draw.
You are right. She does have to sacrifice her limbs to summon the whole ghost devil. I did forget about that.
Yeah, but she can summon and control like the right arm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's just the
This-
right arm though.
This Inumaki kind of cooks, bro.
This
I'm gonna
is
be
sad,
so real,
bro. I
He
thought this
just-
was
he
the.
just
It's
he just stops her,
yeah.
bro. And
I
then
thought
she's,
this
like,
was their
stuck there
bingo
and
card
she-
free space.
Yeah, nah, bro. Inumaki actually
nah,
kind of
bro.
cooks him, man. That's actually kind of crazy. Sleep and
She
she's
tells
cooked.
him, yeah, she tells him to not move, and then while she's like not move, she's like, oh, I'll use my leg to summon all more of my devil, and she she just still can't move though. But, and so she uses more of her body, and then she just dies, summoning this devil that can't move.
Yeah, also a funny idea is that like even if
It's
she
like a
starts
great-
summoning more of it, like Inumaki is just strong enough to blow it up. That would be really funny. He's just like
Flame that person said. The ghost
Yeah.
devil is like a grade 2 curse. It's just wrong.
yeah, she like fucking kills herself. I'm gonna take you with me. He's like blow up, and he's like fish flakes, like just really dry fucked up voice. But he can just
like,
fix that with some
die.
cough medicine. Yeah,
Crushes it. It's just like, ugh. Little
Yeah.
cough after,
And the
it
worst
wasn't
part
anything.
is, it's like I would even argue more in her favor if it like cursed speech was something that like it's like, oh, you cover your ears and that's enough, but like you literally need to use cursed energy to
Yeah.
block. So
Yeah.
like she can't. and Chainsaw Man doesn't have anything of the sort to even give her like the edge, you know?
Also, who's the type of person that'll hear somebody say sleep and you're not gonna know that this motherfucker's words
Your
are going to
reaction is
literally
fight.
work. Yeah.
All right. Oof. Well, this one is, I guess, somewhat interesting, but maybe not really. For the person in chat that was asking for the Higuruma matchup, you got your Higuruma matchup. Higuruma Hiromi
kinda cool.
versus the Bat Devil.
Oh Jesus! All right, bro.
Oh no!
You don't even
the
need to put the
Bat
motherfucker-
devil is getting confiscated, bro.
Yeah, what is that
having
even
its- it's
confiscate
having its-
there?
It's wings.
It'd be
so it
straight
can't
up
fly.
death penalty. Well,
Fair.
actually,
it's death penalty, but
actually, I think it's very interesting now because we got confirmation that like Higuruma's it's kind of like Hikari's jackpot almost in a certain degree, where it's like the crime he gets is random. So like, what if Higuruma casts domain, and it is just like property damage confiscation, and then it's just Higuruma and his hammer up against the Bat Devil.
I'm gonna be real. I probably still think Iguruma's. I probably think he's he makes big hammer boom. You know what I mean?
I mean, the tough thing for me is like the Bat Devil. Like this is just me coming straight off of doing like the Chainsaw Man vs. Gojo video, so I just have a lot of like everything fresh in my mind. Like the Bat Devil is like capable of like he has his supersonic move where like he blows the air out and like he is able to destroy multiple buildings with that ability. He's pretty fast. He's at least UG level strength because he can toss cars and everything like that. So like it almost like I would at least consider like not even just on a physical level, like Bat Devil would be pretty much equal to Itadori. I'm sure there's people that would argue against me on that, but on top of like the supersonic ability and everything like that, like Higuruma isn't the fastest character. He's also not the person that has the most battle experience. He really only gets like as much of an advantage over Yuji, in my honest opinion, because Yuji can't reinforce himself with cursed energy. He's basically going up against, base, literally as base gets Yuji.
Yeah.
But
I will say this, like, we agree death penalty, instant Bat Devil loss, right? Like, we don't think the Bat Devil's avoiding every okay, cool.
For
In the
sure.
event that he doesn't get that,
he's getting cut by the light blade, no matter what.
like, okay, I'll
I think the
say
mallet still kills him.
I'll say this, right? Higuruma, like, obviously it's not full power Sukuna, but Higuruma's getting like pieced up by Sukuna. Like, he's getting like fucking, like, Sukuna grabs him with, the bottom half of his arms and just starts like backhanding him and smacking him around and shit, throws him into a building. Like, he's not durable. And I think Sukuna says that everybody post the time skip is like significantly stronger than they were before. Like their cursed energy reinforcement's a lot better. Obviously this isn't how it works, but domain amplification stopping the sonic shit would be cool, but that's not cursed energy. That's just noise.
Yeah.
Reverse
But yeah,
curse
I mean,
technique is definitely like his
definitely
biggest
going
claim
to
to
be-
fame. The fact that he
Yeah.
unlocked that, and like also like I think Higuruma
Yeah.
is just someone that like as I just argued against him before, like I will give Higuruma the fact that like I don't think him evolving not once but twice against Sukuna mid battle is an anomaly. Like I think no matter who he went up against that would be stronger than him, like he would develop and grow. So I think even if he was against like the Bat Devil, like he would at least like develop or
He got
like be
compared
able to
Gojo,
adapt.
like 3 times or whatever it was.
Yeah,
He was- man's
sure.
like he's like Gojo, but like 2 months ago, this man got his technique and he's already like Gojo. Like, it's like shut
Yeah.
up.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Someone's at my door. Just give me 1 second.
You're good.
He's
You're
not
good.
gonna infinite void him, but yeah, like I Higuruma, in my opinion, just his raw talent for how good of a fighter he naturally is just like evident to me that he would win. There's just like the bat is the first foe. He's reckless, like you say, and everything. And Higuruma might take a bit of damage. He might get whacked into like a building or something, but that won't kill him. You know, we've seen him survive a bit of damage here and there. And even if he does get his domain off, the bat's just gonna be going reckless, bro. It's gonna understand the things given it to it and everything. It's gonna kind of understand that, but it's still just like reckless.
Yeah,
Beast.
I kind of, now that we're kind of
Yeah, I
talking
think
about
Higuruma's gonna
I agree
pop
with
off.
you. I think Higuruma's ability to evolve and just like awaken mid fight, like he's definitely gonna get a Zenkai boost, and like just RCT alone is like, even if he does get hit,
yeah.
like he'll be able to like reverse curse technique himself and heal. And we know he can retrial as well if he wants to. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if
absolutely,
that's
yeah.
something that he can do, or maybe the other
you
person
can-
has to do it.
You can appeal, depending on who obviously loses. You know, like if he loses, then he can appeal it. And if the other person also loses, they can appeal it. But
Yeah,
I
and
don't
just
know.
the
And,
fact
and
that
they
like,
can also
it
be
could
up to 2 appeals, like in the actual law system as well. But we never saw that. But
Yeah.
I'm just assuming that there could be,
because it is
that's how,
death
like,
penalty and
law
win for the
works.
most part. You know what I mean? There is
Yeah.
death penalty. It is
Yeah.
death penalty and win. So
Unless he gets charged with like peeing on the sidewalk or something, you know, like that's the random charge he gets given. It's like,
like I
Jail
said,
for
property
1 day.
damage. He broke through the hole of
Yeah.
the ceiling, so it's like you wouldn't get the death penalty for that, but you know.
$500 cash to Mr. Bean or something.
Damn, Santa Claus pre-evolution versus Itadori Yuji. I don't think that's going any differently than it did for Kashimo.
No, yeah.
He's just
Santa
not the
Claus
character.
comes out
Like
on top.
Higuruma
He
might
doesn't
be
have-
able to do something about Santa Claus.
Yeah. Or maybe Yuji could hit Santa Claus and take out a bunch of them with piercing blood. We've seen him use that as of recently.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, it's not completely confirmed, but I agree with you. I'm pretty sure it's Yuji for the most part.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think so as well. I think Yuji has
yeah.
a bunch of abilities now that he's just not kind of showing. Like he has that arm, and that arm for some reason, maybe if he uses that arm that he's got and he hits this what is it called again? Who is it? What's their name? The
Santa
Halloween,
Claus or
Santa Claus. I
Cosmos?
couldn't remember their
Oh,
name.
yeah,
Cosmos or
Hollow-
Santa Claus, yeah.
Santa Claus. Santa Claus
Um,
is the name.
Okay. Yeah, and
Too many
hit Santa
holidays.
Claus, I honestly, legit, dude, legit. I honestly think that might be able to work as well, and he might not turn into a doll, but that's pretty much it. If he had Sukuna inside of him, would he not turn into a doll because of like the retaliation that might inflict on her? Don't know how that would work at all. I don't think that would work. I think Yuji would still turn into a doll and everything. But yeah, yeah, Yuji obviously, like people were saying, Yuji is faster. He is 100% faster than her. That she doesn't need to have like the speed feats or anything like that until we get to her, you know, Halloween, you know, like her big jacked up form where she does gain like speed feats and everything. She doesn't need any kind of feats. She's got millions or hundreds of thousands of dolls that she could probably control at any time. I don't know how many she can control, but I always just assumed that it's unlimited. Like Makima's contract is that she can just kill the entire population of Japan if she needed to survive death.
Yeah, literally. All right, I'm just taking some people off of the list so we can get some new matchups here. We talked about Yoshida plenty of times. We talked about that. We talked about that plenty of times. All right, let's go for one more roll. Let's see if we can do it. I hope Aki wasn't at Broken Ronin's door. That'd be crazy.
No, that would have been nuts. That would have been nuts. Bro would have gotten on my case for saying he gets cooked. I'm sick.
It's like begging. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Don't answer the door, Ronin. All right, we've got we've got Power versus Jogo.
Okay, come on now. Come on now, bro. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
We're that's one. Boom, you're cooked.
It's pretty similar with the.
Let me roll
panel.
one more time
Oh,
for
the
Jogo.
Jogo.
Let's see. All right, we got Princey Spider Devil up against
Jogo up on top. He's incinerating
Jogo's never
her before
losing.
she even
Oh
has
my
a
god.
chance.
Sakuna versus Spider Devil. Oh well, yikes.
Oh, that's fun. No, that sounds like a fun, fair matchup, guys. Let's really pursue it.
Come on,
He's gonna
guys.
slice her in half, and then he's gonna enter hell himself.
Let's see if we can get a good one here. Come on, come on. Katana Man versus Higuruma Hiromi.
I mean, does confiscation take the blades on his body?
That's a good question. What would confiscation take? Like, would he just lose the ability to turn into a devil? I feel like that would make more
takes his
sense.
heart out, and he just dies, bro, because he has no like heart or brain or whatever it was that the.
Yeah, true. Does that cut him off from the devil
Man
heart
had.
that's inside of him, and he just dies? That's actually a reason. I think it's more fair to just take the transformation away from him. But that is a funny question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuts it off. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I don't know if
like,
Samurai
think he
guy,
has
whatever the
the-
fuck his name is, his real name, his government name.
his government name. I don't think he's winning. I don't think he's got any chance at winning. Like even if like Higuruma didn't use the domain, I honestly think that he's still gonna win. He's got like a reverse curse technique, like we said. They are somewhat both semi immortal, you know, like, and it's just, I guess, a limit of how long the other one can last before they give up, and Katana Man will need blood before Higuruma needs more curse energy. That's for sure. So Higuruma's gonna win.
Yeah,
Higuruma cooks for sure.
I think so. All right, I think we've done pretty much a decent enough matchups. I think let's see if we can get one more good one, and then we'll call it quits because it's just a sweep for JJK. Oh, you know what? Okay, well, you know what? We'll do a Megami one. We'll just immediately put Megami on the JJK board just because I like you as a person.
And my boy Choso survived, bro. He didn't get a single matchup. Won all of his. 1-0.
Hey, bro, he needs the wins where you can get him, bro. He needs to rest up after what's you can do.
Seriously, I saw that one thing that was going around. It was like Choso versus Toji, who has a chance, and it like anime onlys are funny because oof.
Bro.
Oh
and
man, bro.
Going like heading out of Shibuya or like heading into the Kenjaku like reveal end of Shibuya, like Choso was up. He was 1-0. He was doing well, dude.
I know. Why do you have to get into another fight?
Downhill. Now he's like 3-1. Like, what happened?
Bro had a mental breakdown and just, I mean, we beat Naoya's dumbass up. So I mean, we got to give him props for that.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. No, he did win that. He is, I guess, 2-.
Who is Megami up
2-2 or
against?
2-3?
Everyone, cross your fingers for Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him. See if we can get him that 5th win, bro.
Oh no, Himeno again. All right, no, we're gonna act like that didn't happen. We're gonna act like that didn't happen. One more time.
She gets done dirty like that random cooling game goon did.
Yeah, true.
The claws guy, the claws
Yeah.
one that was just climb. Yeah.
Okay, Akane,
Is that the snake devil?
a snake devil girl again. Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Kind of
lie.
like a
Yeah, go ahead.
really, really weak Suguru versus like Megami. That's kind of like how I'm looking at it right now. You've got like she's got a good attack potency, but just with one Shikigami type thing, you know? And all
And like maybe she only has, I don't know how many, 2 fingernails I think she sacrifices or something like that. I can't remember what it was. The more she sacrifices, obviously the better it will be. But yeah, I don't think she's going to win here. I think Megami's way too tactically smart about like how he goes about fighting. He'll just like slowly analyze how she works. Even if he takes a little bit of damage to start with like the initial hit, he'll figure out her range and kind of just stick out of her range and then use his Shikigami to, you know, slowly eat away at her. Like use the snake.
Here's also
on her.
a big thing that people don't really make note of. If you can't put cursed energy on your feet and Megami opens a domain, you're just cooked. Like you literally just sink endlessly into a fucking abyss and die. Like, and it's like, it's so crazy that like against Chainsaw Man characters, right? He just says, all right, bro, we gotta fucking open a domain. And they're just like, and you're just sinking. Like Reggie almost does it. This motherfucker can manipulate cursed energy. If you just don't put that shit on your feet,
sinking
goodbye.
in his own domain right now. He's in the shadows right now. He's 6 feet deep.
Yeah. But I'll say I think Megami takes it against Snake Girl. I'm gonna be real.
Damn, can't even give him a win at the end game here. Come on. Snake Devil outspeeds Megami, eats him in one bite. It's over. Boom.
Yeah, man, that's like
she spits out Maharaga.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. True. She even, you know, Maharaga's one weakness, snakes. I forgot. Yeah.
Like, Megami's pretty much got her ability to start with. Like, he's got Great Serpent, or had Great Serpent Orochi. He just summons his serpent, and that engulfs hers and her in the process and wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
you know, unfortunately for Chainsaw Man, Megami cooks. I don't know, bro. Who's the weakest person you have on the list, man?
The weakest person I have in JJK or Chainsaw Man?
In JJK.
In JJK right now,
You're not saying
Panda or Nobara.
All right, bro. Let's put Panda up there and let's roll. Let's roll for Chainsaw Man. Let's
All right, fair enough.
Roll for Chainsaw Man.
Fair enough. We'll do that, and then we'll go over Donos real quick, and we'll call it a day. And you guys don't have to stay for Donos if you don't want to. Let me see. I'm just looking for Panda's picture. All right, and then let's start rolling this. Let's start rolling this bad boy. Fingers crossed. Okay, Santa Claus Darkness Devil infused.
Okay, versus Panda. Well, has Santa Claus considered that no one besides Kashimo has seen Panda's big sister and you know, lived to tell the tale? Nah, but on a real note, you know, hey, we got a Chainsaw Man W.
Yeah, no kidding.
Santa Claus the Chainsaw Man MVP.
Like one of the most broken characters in Chainsaw Man, like.
Is Santa Claus the Chainsaw Man MVP?
Santa Claus is
Straight
in
up,
fact.
she won like 4 of them or something, or 3 of them, I think.
She won every matchup. I don't think anyone is literally able to beat her.
Makima won once.
Makima, you're right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Makima won once,
was...
but Santa Claus I think is cooked every other time. That's kind of fucking hilarious.
Santa Claus is pretty OP, I won't lie to you, especially when you consider the darkness mode where like literally she can only be hurt in the darkness. Or no, I'm sorry, she can only, the exact opposite. She can only be hurt in light. Like, and she just like literally instantly heals in darkness. She still has all of her doll powers, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. But either way, like it's like, I mean,
Trap brings up a point, he wouldn't get turned into a doll,
she has doll powers.
But like she couldn't turn Denji into a doll. He was getting cooked. You know what I mean?
No, I'm pretty sure he was like, I can't remember if it was like he'd like lose control of like a limb or whatever it was, but then he'd just like cut into her, and it was something to do with like Pochita or some shit. I can't remember what it was exactly.
Yeah,
him like drinking blood at the same time as he cut into her and using fire to like stop the, you know, healing process for her because it's light and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's how he beat her. That's how he beat the Darkness Devil form, is he basically just fucking lit himself on fire and fought her while he was literally on fire. Which is, you know,
why she couldn't turn
W.
him into a dog. It must have something to do with that he's already a hybrid,
and then like Quan Chi, maybe she couldn't turn Quan Chi as well because Quan Chi was
it's the same
hybrid.
thing as like
That
why
wouldn't make
like
sense.
Asa can't turn Denji into a weapon. Like I imagine like devil, there are certain powers where like you just can't. They don't work on other devils or other fiends or everything like that.
What do you reckon would happen? Do you reckon Panda is turning straight into a doll, or he can get out gorilla mode before the doll transformation, and then he's got like two more hits?
I mean, he's a pro already, right? Like he's a. I thinking he's immune to that is whatever. I just think he gets cooked otherwise.
Oh, I
he
agree.
gets cooked no matter what.
It's not like he's the pinnacle of, physical strength and hacks in the JJK.
No, I don't know what you're on about, dude. He's like he is him.
You're right, bro. You're right, bro. Panda is Panda as well. Panda is Panda as well. It's not something that the doll devil can say. Or Santa Claus could say, right? But yeah, I'm gonna be real. JJK, maybe they should put this with flush. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think this same thing, not really like the skill ceiling for the power ceiling seems to be higher. Like there should be people with more like. Whereas like Jujutsu Kaisen, you have a lot more characters who are quite closely.
Hold on, guys. Apparently, the audio is like messed up. I don't know why. Everything's coming in fine. I'm not sure what's going on, but give me 1 second. Apparently, it's coming in broken. I'm gonna end the call and recall you guys. Give me 1 second. Apparently, they can't hear you. Hold on. Well, that didn't. Hold on. That did not work. Can you guys?
Do you want
leave?
us all to leave?
Yes, please.
All right, cool.
Please. I don't know what's going on. Everything's coming in fine on my end, guys. I don't know why it's not working for you. It's got to be something with OBS, maybe. I'm gonna try calling them one more time. I don't know why it's fucking up. Everything should be fine. Yo. All right. I guess talk and let me know what's going on.
What's up? What's up?
I don't know.
Yeah, everyone just says
audio.
I don't even understand what the
Yeah,
audio is saying.
I'm not gonna lie. I just played it back. Yo, might be laced. It sounded fine. I was just listening back. I was like, I don't know.
That's what I mean. I was only confused because there were so many people that said it. You know what I mean? Normally, I just saw one person. I'm like, all right, maybe it's one. But then it's like literally everyone was saying it was broken, and it wasn't me. It was just I don't know. It was just weird.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't blame you. I just checked back like 2 minutes. I was like, I thought it sounded fine to me. But yeah,
your guys' computers are broke. Fix them. That's your guys. It's actually your fault.
All right. Try to gaslight us. That's crazy.
Parents to pay for better Wi-Fi. What are they doing?
Yeah, stop using Walmart Wi-Fi. I'm just kidding. That was literally what everyone used to say back in the day. Yeah, and damn, everyone left stream apparently because of the audio problems. I wonder what that was. Definitely YouTube. Whatever.
Yeah.
YouTube sucks. Anyway, what were we talking about before everything was ruined by YouTube?
Chainsaw Man gets cooked. Or the verse is generally cooked. Like I think Vola was saying that like the power ceiling is at least as high or maybe even higher with like characters like Makima. But like the average Chainsaw Man character is kind of a lot weaker than
yeah. Because you've got like the devil hunters and stuff, and they're just like regular humans with kind of like one-off abilities and whatnot, and they're like they can be strong themselves, but they're not exactly like a burst technique or an innate ability that someone can just use over and over and over again, and like they don't have like a durability aspect to them. Like there might be something with like Yoshida or something like that, but he doesn't seem to have, or like Kashibe, they don't seem to have durability aspects, but they seem to have some like skill or like speed to them though. So
yeah,
how the tables turn. Well, all right. So that was Chainsaw Man versus Jujutsu Kaisen. That was unfortunately it was funny because I said it to Diavolo, Ronan, while you were at the bathroom or something. I was like, I cannot believe that like we said that this was probably going to be the better, more equal matchup, and they just got destroyed.
Yeah, not a great showing for Chainsaw Man. Maybe we'll find the series that matches up with JJK better eventually, man.
Yeah, for sure. I had a lot of people mentioning Demon Slayer, which I think would be a really cool one to potentially go up against. That might be a little bit more equal, but
Demon Slayer kids.
we would have to see. I have to finish reading. So maybe we could do that maybe next week or something. I could have we can run it back for round 2. But we'll figure that out. That's neither here nor there. What I'll do is we'll go through some of the donos because some people were very nice to donate and, you know, either talk shit to us, yell at us, or just tell us why we're wrong. So I'd be more than happy to go over that. And then we will call it a night, guys. I genuinely appreciate all you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us. Especially both you, Ronan and Diavolo. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your days to be here with me.
No problem, man. Appreciate you having us.
Dude. It's good fun. Good fun.
All right, let's go through some of these donos here. Let's see. All right. Barry, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that. Last time I did this, I got hoed. I will run it back and be the honored one. Put me on the board. Oh my God. I should have seen this earlier. We would have put you in there, man. Chainsaw Man could have used the help for real.
For 2 hours, you sat there. Where is it?
They'll get me soon. I'll be there soon.
I'll take on Sukuna, no problem.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that myself too. Trust me, when I see Kusakabe in there, I'm like, oh, should have been me. I could have done better than him. But anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate that. Tiberius, thank you for being a Jogo Gang member for 9 months. I appreciate and love that support. Leaks drop in 15 minutes, right, JK? Honestly, the way that leaks have been hitting, honestly, 9:15 p.m. It wouldn't surprise me. I know Diavolo, I think you read leaks. Ronan, you have been completely missing the war of 3 leakers.
Bro, I see it
disgusting.
days after it happens, and it's so fucking hilarious.
Bro, I'm just sitting here like, people are so, they'll just switch up on someone like it's like they're nothing, bro. I'm sticking with Maya. Like everyone knows, Maya's been there since 2021 doing spoilers for like 3 years. I don't care if he's 20 minutes late. Dude still puts them out quickly and shit.
But yeah, I've just been seeing like the fucking the war torn landscape after the fact. Like, damn,
I can't believe they pay like hundreds
something.
of dollars for the spoilers. That's something I never knew until like recently, that they'd pay like heaps of money to get the leaks early, and that's like crazy.
It's crazy.
But I guess they are getting money off their websites and whatnot. So
yeah, being first and everything. It's just the memes that were funny to me, where it was like I saw the Mahito Toto and like Yuji meme where it's like they had all reached 120% of their power. I was cracking up. But all right, yeah, that was no, if anyone's waiting here for leaks, I'm sorry, there are no leaks. They're not happening. Japan is on break, and also I think they haven't had a very great 2024 either. So I think they've got more important things to go on than manga. We'll give them all the time they need, to be honest with you. Jaden 3011, thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate that dono. Saw this popping in. Quan Chi wins with the power of lesbians, and it's not even close. You know what? I don't even know why we did not consider that.
Yeah, honestly, that's on us. That's on us. We did not account for that. You're right.
Realistically based.
True, I forgot about that. They have the lesbian harem.
Yeah,
absolutely based. W. All right, we were wrong. Quan Chi actually. Let's put another one on the board for Chainsaw Man. Let's go. Actually, that's a 10. But Tiberius, that wins them the whole thing. Tiberius, thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate that love and support. Nayuta versus Baby with Cleave and Dismantle. Yo, I forgot the Baby with Cleave and Dismantle. That's such a good point. Ronan, Diavolo, have you considered just the Baby with Cleave and Dismantle fighting Nayuta? Who wins?
I gotta give that to Nayuta, bro. I gotta give that to Nayuta. I think she's able to clutch up.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. Just eyes closed, clutching.
It's for both of you that don't know, when I was doing the curse technique tier list, because we were saying that like the techniques are like separated from the sorcerers, we came up with this meme where Cleave and Dismantle, like what if a Baby had Cleave and Dismantle? How powerful would that be?
Got you.
It's
Your
Yeah.
house would be mess.
Huh.
It'd be a mess. It would be so.
Yeah,
a pretty
nah, bro.
fucking powerful baby. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, very scary baby to try to raise too.
For real, for real. But Tiberius, yeah, thank you for the $2. I appreciate that love and support. Appreciate it always. Happy to have you in the community. We've got Mr. Han or Mrs. Han or Miss Han. I don't know why I added a gender to your name, and that was my fault for doing that. I fucked myself on that one. Han, thank you for the $2. I'm broke as hell, but let me get one in, bro. Hey, I appreciate and love that very much. You did not have to do that. I appreciate that $2, brother. Thank you. We got Med over here for the $5. Thank you so much for the love and support. I appreciate that. Obligatory underhanded Megami slander. Shout out Ronan, but if y'all get Megami, keep rolling until he gets a win. He needs a dub these days. Honestly, I don't know why you guys are care so much about a dead character. So weird to me.
Interesting take for
This
sure.
old
For sure.
cake again.
For sure. I mean, yeah, man. Well, lucky for me, he won his matchups. But yeah, what's up, M3D?
You're gonna be
Hope you're
cooked
doing
today.
good. Yes, sir.
You'll
Yeah,
be back.
of course
Mark
you
my
will.
words. No Byro won't be though. You guys can forget about that one.
Hey, bro, don't let Mikey hear you say that shit, bro. He will nuke your place, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
Legend Guy 10, happy
They'll find
birthday. I
some,
just
like,
saw in
hidden
chat.
text. Did you not see this text, bro? You had to shine a blue light at it, and then it revealed no Byro is coming in the background and bring on the subway walls. Like,
Dude, did you see Eve's new music video, bro? I mean, come on, dude. He's clearly working night and day with Gege on all of the music that he writes because he did an opening for the anime. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
How else are we gonna get these? It's like the GTA 6 Easter eggs, where it's like, just like literally 10 years waiting, and it's like, here it is, next year, it's coming, and here we are, 10 years later. But anyway, China Doll, thank you so much for the 20. I appreciate that love and support. As always, happy to have you in the community. I missed the stream today. Sorry, no sorries necessary. Just happy to have you stopping by. VOD will always be available, as XQC would say for the VOD frogs. So it will be available. Thank you for the dono. And I've got CJ coming in with $2. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that love and support. Jogo versus all of Chainsaw Man. Clearly, Jogo cooks.
Yeah, come on now. Joe Goats in in his locked in
Got a
super
shot.
ultra mega
Yeah.
curse spirit form. Yeah, he cooks.
Infinite voids them all.
Yeah, bro, just blow. Oh, Makima can redirect all that. Nah, he just blows up Japan with the big volcano. Yeah, bro.
Infinite
He did the big.
Container, bro. He's done.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Jogo body.
Yeah, for real, for real. Legend Guy
Have
10,
you
thank you
seen
for
those
being a member
molten
for
walls?
9 months. Love and appreciate that. School and life been keeping me busy, but it's just turned 18 2 hours ago. Happy birthday, Legend Guy. Big member of the community there. So